We're gonna go Grace Thorp's channel. All right. So this is apparently where Grace's father picked her. But let's see. She's apparently live right now.
It doesn't look right at all.
She is writing on herself. Wow.
But yeah, the reason she feels ashamed for him going to jail is because on camera, she does this whole bit where she looks like kind of weak. And Ben was saying all of this. And I think people should listen to Ben when he is saying all of this instead of just falling for Grace's manipulative.
I'm sorry. I don't believe this for 1 second. I don't believe this for 1 second. As somebody who streams, you spend enough time on camera, you can't hide your personality. You can't hide the dynamics of the people between you guys, you know? You can't. You can't hide it. I do not believe for 1 second that that was fake.
And your response to that was to do, which is just play into this whole like audience thing.
Okay, let's see the moment where her dad kicks her. Let's do that, okay? You can see their dynamic of how they talk.
I mean, that's Jacinda's kid.
Okay, here it is.
Dude, no, do not come. I appreciate it, but don't come over here. I just want to talk about something. Sorry, I know that was really loud. Yes, I do be hearing Jacinda's kids through my wall, yes. Okay, I guess what I'm saying, if you want me to actually talk, is I'm just saying that I really, really, really want him to be in my life, so I don't understand why I act like so afraid of him and upset on stream. And I don't enjoy this. It might seem like I enjoy this, but I don't think I actually enjoy this because I just want to be loving and doting. I think I do. And I'm not trying to say like that makes me.
I think we got to rewind a bit more because we don't know what the context is here, you know? Oh no, that's past it. Okay, let's see here. Let's start here.
For clot.
Stop making you laugh. I have to do
At least you didn't say for clit.
Stop.
Oh, you're halfway there.
Oh man. Okay, so
This is a good buddy. Ben loses form extra, puts him in the box so Joe Shabatoni can give him a rim job while he's defenseless.
I'll ban this person.
I know Joe's not here tonight.
There should be
Can
a
I
chat
pay you
named
guys to smoke?
Joe Shabatoni's sister.
So
Yeah.
you can see in this moment, they have like a friendly dynamic, right? But I think they're going to start fighting soon in
Joe
this.
Shabatoni's horny sister. Nicolas Cage wants to give us money to smoke.
Oh, thanks, Ty's.
Last puff, guys. Last puff.
Thank you, Samson. Sorry, boofed. Ben has to cling to his 20-year-old daughter to clot. For clot.
Stop making you laugh. I have to do
At least
this
you didn't
one.
say for clit.
Stop.
Ben thought Grace wanted to kill him over the last 2 days. Wait till she hasn't smoked for a week. Yes, Grace. The solution, and I want to say this to Andrew. The solution, all right, let's be honest, okay? This isn't about willpower. Grace,
It's not about willpower.
this isn't about willpower. I took up smoking because of
The restaurant and my mother.
stress.
Yeah.
You took up smoking because of
Stress.
stress. Both largely.
I think that's so interesting that he blames everything on his ex-wife. He literally blames everything on his ex-wife. It is wild. It is absolutely wild. Everything on his ex-wife.
Trace back to what beautiful.
Who is Ben Thorp? I'm not very educated on this. So essentially, Cal, what you need to know is these two are content creators. They've been content creators online for a long time, but they mostly had like a very small following. But while they were content creators, they used to constantly imply that the two of them were having relations. They are father and daughter. He airs out all of his family drama on the internet. He talks about his wife disparagingly. You can see him being actually verbally abusive to his wife. You can see him being verbally abusive to his children. And it's just interesting. And then recently they got some notoriety because Grace Thorp took part in a debate with Destiny on the other side against Destiny. And then later on, Destiny had both Ben Thorp and Grace Thorp on his stream, and he was like asking them questions and trying to understand like what is going on with these two. And Destiny ended up coming to the conclusion that there's very obviously some abusive dynamic happening here. So yeah. And so with the whole thing about the two of them sleeping together, there's two options. Either they are sleeping together and that's bad, or they're not sleeping together, but they've been pretending to sleep together. which is also bad and very up.
Little human being.
La madre.
Tu madre.
See?
So, I
So
don't
see,
think
they're
it would be
blaming
hard for us to
everything.
stop
And he
if
runs,
we
here's
stop
another
stressing.
thing. He runs his family like a cult. He blames everything on her mother. She blames everything on her mother. And they both will just verbally berate the mother all the time. He really does run the family like a cult. He's been trying to get an annulment from his wife, even though they got married and had 5 kids. I don't know how you can annul a marriage where you had 5 kids, right? Yeah, Glitterbell says they had 5 children together. He now claims that their marriage did not count in the eyes of the church, and they were truly married. It's so wild, yeah.
Each other out and start loving on each other.
Okay.
Like that black lady said.
You got to love on him.
You got to love on that boy. All
Okay.
right. So the first step of we're going to test the theory that love, and based on why I asked, like, what's your message? Love triumphs over evil.
Yes.
All right. Now, what I would like you to do as an expression of love towards me is come down here because I feel nervous. I feel separation anxiety. And you could call me a dog or whatever you want. You can call me a loser, whatever you want. I'm cold. I don't have clothes that make any sense. What have I eaten today? 2 Hostess cupcake.
He opened an Ethiopian restaurant in Rhode Island, which he forced her to manage, which failed. Also, a good thing to know about these two is that in Rhode Island, there's no law against if this is between 2 willing adults. There's no law against it, which is super.
It's 6:38 p.m.
Thanks, Medley.
And fruit cups.
And a couple of fruit cups. All right. Can we do better?
Yeah, we can do much better than that.
Because if you want to drive me to another cigarette and therefore like win, what you can do is keep stressing me out. And it's looking great.
Okay. All right.
So
can
what
get you
is
some.
that? I think we're doing well by being on stream.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I think we need to start being friends on stream and being a team.
Okay.
You and me and chat and the Lord, let's cook it together and let's not keep being crazy. Where's the guy's gonna debate me? Where are you?
So also they say that it's fake. The whole thing that they were doing is fake, that this relationship was fake. But we've got this. Her brother, Grace Thorp's brother, confesses. Right? You guys ready?
Tell you the truth about them? Grace gives my father oral sex, and it's disgusting. That's what happens. Tell you the truth about them? Grace gives my father oral sex, and it's disgusting. That's what happens.
So it's not just Grace and Ben having a history of joking that way with each other. It's the brother of Grace saying that he witnessed them through the phone. And it's the brother of Grace saying that Grace gives her father oral. Someone save that girl, goddamn. Well, I don't think she wants to be saved, you know? Look at her. She's writing all over herself. She wrote liar. This is her live right now, by the way. She wrote liar. She wrote on her forehead. Like, this is psychological. She's now doing it to herself. Her father psychologically abused her, and then she now takes part in abusing herself psychologically, and she takes part in psychologically abusing her brother and her other siblings, the ones that she's not on good terms with. And they moved away from her mom and into an apartment together. Yeah, and they apparently shared a bedroom from the time that she was 16, her and her father. It's super. So, resuming this is the stream where Ben kicks her, and that kick is what lands Ben in jail.
Thinks that if he provides food for himself, that he has no reason for a woman.
All right, Grace, you're not going to do what I say. Like, let me just tell you something about love.
Yeah.
That comes from saints.
Oops.
And everybody thinks this isn't true, but it's true. You know how you show love for another human being? Action. Okay. Here's what you do. You don't just get around to responding to them, to their needs, like a poor person. You jump. You show, like, okay, and I get what you're saying. Like, I'll just kick you in the nuts a few more times because I'm a good, like, whatever. I like doing, like, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you're not going to
Yeah.
say, like, I actually love my dad. Because that's embarrassing. So you're going to kick me in the nuts a few more times and then come in here and, like, act like a butt. Okay? I get it.
No, I'm Dad, are you leaving? Don't leave. Dad, look, okay.
See, and
Alright, I'll come.
and isn't that manipulative? He's like, you're gonna kick me in the nuts a few more times, and you don't love me if you don't come down and see me. You don't love me if you don't do this. It's important to understand that this type of lecture, rant, instruction he is doing is constant. It is constantly like that, yeah. And there are times where I watch the two of them fighting, and I'm not sure what Ben is upset about. And I'm not sure that he knows what he's upset about. And he used to do these kinds of talks. He used to do these large family calls on YouTube. And they would be like 8 hours long every time he would do them.
Dad, I'm bringing the laptop down. Okay. You want to keep streaming down there though? Can we just figure this out, please? Please, can you come back? Are we gonna keep? Do you want to end the stream? I'm not sure what you want to do. Okay, I feel like you said let's keep streaming, but
Okay, so
he's about to get mad now. He's gonna get mad now. Watch.
what is the question now?
well, to get you food, like we don't really have a lot of food, so I would go to like Tom's Market or something,
Okay.
and like I don't want you to.
But I didn't say that. Okay, so forget it. You're not listening. Bye.
See? Wow.
No, come on. I really do love you,
Passive-aggressive.
Dad. Come on. I want to help. I just don't want to be a butt fuck and go down there with the laptop and keep streaming. I'm not sure what we're doing.
He can't even feed himself.
Can we just
LOL,
work it
yeah.
out? I don't want to just come down there with the laptop and just be like, okay, let's keep going. I want to get you some food. I want to make you better. I want to make you like the place warm. I miss you too.
Okay, so you're a buffoon. I asked you to do something, then I said, doing something quickly rather than slowly is a way of showing love. And so you're just gonna stay up. Just stay up there. Stay up there, and do what you're doing. Bye.
You said I was gonna be a buffoon. I didn't want to be a buffoon. That's all. I didn't want to be a buffoon. I make keys.
Why can't he
Feed
take
him
care of
rat
himself?
poison.
Why can't he take care of himself?
See, that's gonna go away. No more cigarettes. What's love got to do with it? Hello. I think it's gonna echo. Yeah.
I can't turn it off.
Okay.
Why don't you put it there?
All right.
Why don't you stop saying all right?
Okay, I'll stop saying that.
Also okay.
Now he
Yes.
polices her language.
Ah!
I think he's mentally ill because what kind of person he's mad about her not coming down quick enough. He's mad about her talking about things that he didn't mention. He's mad at her for saying words that he doesn't want her to say. It's like every like he's just needling and needling and needling.
Well, you said you would debate me. Debate me now, nigga. Yeah, this is true. The cough will get worse before it's better. That's all right.
Okay, I'm willing to do that, James. Willing to go through that. Good luck, Grace. Stay off the cigarettes. Thank you. I can pop the chats up if you want.
Grace is begging a follower to be a sugar daddy, I think, is what implied until Ben is released. Yeah. We'll take a look 2024. And I have it open in the next tab, but I want to give the chat plenty of context before we get here, okay? So, here they're still fighting.
Because it's gonna echo because of that, that stupid thing. You can't turn the audio all the way
All
off.
right.
Alright, you said you were cold. Is it the devotion?
What, he
Grace.
can't
Yeah.
he's cold, he can't turn the thermostat up for himself? Like what is going on?
We're on stream right now.
Yes, we are.
Okay. I want to ask you this question.
Okay.
Do I feel safer with the camera on me around you
Yes, you do.
than with a camera not on me?
Yes, you do.
Is that for good reason?
Yes, I'm crazy.
You're legitimately incredibly dangerous
Yes.
to me.
Yep.
Is that a joke?
It's not a joke. It's funny, but it's not a joke. It's serious. It's out of the tab.
He's generating justification for yeah, that might be what he's doing right now.
You must be on it on Safari.
I understand. Wait, this is a larger point, Grace.
Got it. Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's be honest and say this.
And also, we'll get to the puns allegations in a bit later, but I do want to cover this first because I have all the stuff pulled up for this. And I think a lot of my returning viewers are going to want to catch my take on this. So
You feel safer on or off stream?
Off stream.
Okay. What does that tell you, that little bit of
That I am like abusive, or I like to have
You're
control.
protected from public view.
Yeah.
And you prefer that.
Yeah.
To being held accountable, like to the standards of basic human.
Yeah.
I feel like those standards protect you.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you saying that because you're being
No, I'm just saying I would rather the stream
Why
was
don't
off
I
because
talk
I feel
to you?
humiliated.
Why don't we do this? I'll talk to you through the screen. That way you're not like being able to chat.
All right, this is the content.
You literally have 20 hours of content right now. My God, I know. I have so much. I have so much. I need to actually edit my stream title because I need to put this in order, but...
She doesn't prefer on stream. Yeah, that's true.
All right, Grace. If you and me and chat are a team,
yeah,
okay, then maybe you having a weird interaction and laughing strangely about a chat that I can't see. Then maybe we need to like have social skills, like we're all in the same room.
All right.
I just asked you if you look at me through the screen. You decided to look straight at me and turn the back of your head to chat.
I'm just used to looking at you. I'll look at you this way. I'm sorry. It's
Okay.
stupid.
So, are we kind of a threesome?
Yeah, we are.
Why do you say
A threesome?
Yeah? That's rude.
It's not rude. It's what normal people say. Yes. When I say yes, it's like
You're
it's
saying
too
yes?
forced.
You're saying to me yes.
Why is he see again, he's having trouble. He's so controlling. He has a problem with her saying normal things. Just yes, and he's got a problem with it. Yeah. No, it's crazy. It's crazy the way that he acts. He gets mad at her for not coming down. He gets mad at her for saying things a certain way. He's mad at her now for saying yes a certain way. And yes is a completely normal thing to say.
Or I like to have
You're
control.
protected from public view.
Yeah.
And you prefer that.
Yeah.
To being held accountable, like to the standards of basic decency, which are on the internet minimum.
Yeah.
I feel like those standards protect you.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you saying that because you're being obedient?
No, I'm just saying I would rather the stream
Why
was
don't,
off
why don't I
because
talk
I feel
to you?
humiliated.
Why don't we do this? I'll talk to you through the screen. That way you're not like being able to chat.
All right. Grace is a content cooker. She doesn't prefer on stream. Yeah, that's true.
All right, Grace. If you and me and chat are a team,
yeah,
okay, then maybe you having a weird interaction and laughing strangely about a chat that I can't see. Then maybe we need to like have social skills, like we're all in the same room.
Glitterbell says he's framing it as though if she behaved properly, he would not have to abuse her. But in reality, he's just finding justifications to abuse her. Yeah.
All right.
I just asked you if you could look at me through the screen. You decided to look straight at me and turn the back of your head to chat.
I'm just used to looking at you.
See, again, and then why? Now, first he had a problem with her saying yes. Now he has a problem with her turning her head to look at him. What is going on here? It's so crazy the way that he controls her. He had a problem with her saying yes. He had a problem. Now look at him. He's picking a fight with her over her turning her head to talk to him and look at him. And he's saying, you can look at the camera. You can look at the screen and look at me through that. Don't look at me. Don't turn your head. What is going on? It has to be mental illness. It has to be. This dude is crazy. I think he's actually the single biggest loser on the internet. He is nitpicking the tiniest things that make no sense. Imagine getting mad about that.
I'll look at you this way. I'm sorry. It's
Okay.
stupid.
So are we kind of a threesome here?
Yeah, we are.
Why do you say yeah?
See, here it
That's
is.
rude.
Yeah. He's mad. Okay, sorry. I got the order mixed up. I got the order mixed up. He gets mad at her first for being upstairs and asking too many questions when he wants her to come downstairs. He gets mad at her for turning her head towards him when she's talking to him. And now he's mad at her for saying yeah. Saying yeah. Unbelievable. This is going to spiral out of control.
It's not rude. It's what normal people say. Yes. When I say yes, it's like
You're
it's
saying
too
yes?
forced.
You're saying to me yes. It's too formal for you.
It's not too formal for me. It's just I've turned it into this thing. So I just say yeah just to say like, okay, I'm just being
Okay,
real.
if
I'm
a
just being
judge
who I
asks you a
am.
question and you say yeah, what's the judge going to say?
They're gonna say you're being disrespectful.
Okay, I'm your father. You
Yeah.
say you respect me.
So yeah, saying yeah is disrespectful to him. He is exerting so much control over her. It is insane. It is absolutely insane.
I don't respect you. I don't treat you with respect.
Okay, but do you respect me deep down?
Yes.
Okay, so then why do you refuse to treat me with respect superficially?
I don't know, but I should
Okay.
stop doing that.
Okay, so you want to stop doing it?
Yeah.
Or are you a victim of me saying, please don't say yeah to me?
I'm not a
But he makes her feel like she chose to go downstairs to make him happy, and then she triggered him into kicking her. Yeah. It's crazy.
victim of that. You're right.
Guess what I want to do right now?
Punch me?
Nope, I want to smoke a cigarette
Okay. All right.
because that's how this works.
Okay. I'm sorry.
All right, now let's be honest with chat, because a lot of them are saying Ben's reviews or blah blah blah, right?
Yes.
Is it time for us to correct the lies that you have spread on the internet about our relationship through your behavior, or do we want to keep it going?
Yeah, it's time to kill that. To stop that.
But when you say that, you want to say it in a voice that can barely.
And he's blaming her for the perception that he has on the internet, the perception that people have made, or the observations that people have made about him on the internet. In reality, he called her downstairs to kick her. I don't know if he called her downstairs to kick her, but I think he's on a power trip right now. He is controlling every single part, right? He wants her to come down because he's cold, because he can't change the thermostat for himself. He wants her to not look at him. Don't turn your head and look at me. Look at me through the screen. Then he doesn't like when she says yeah in response to him. He thinks it's disrespectful. He wants her to say yes. Now, he wants her to correct the perception that people have of him on the internet. Wait, who are these people? This is Grace Thorp. This is Ben Thorp. Ben has recently been arrested. If we can we have a little copy pasta going in the chat for whenever somebody asks who these people are? Ben is always on a power trip. It's not a temporary thing. Might as well spoon feed him some ice cream now. Chewed first. Jeez. She's gonna baby bird him? Ah, dude. Essentially, they are content creators. They've been on the internet for quite a while. They recently gained some attention, but they have been perpetuating this narrative that the two of them are sleeping together. I personally think it's true, but they claim now that it's not true after having fed into it for super long. Her brother has come out and said this.
Tell you the truth about them? Grace gives my father oral and it's disgusting. That's what happens. Tell you the truth about them? Grace gives my father oral and it's disgusting. That's what happens.
Yeah, and she is currently live streaming and degrading herself while doing it. Thanks, Ties and Wine. This is a good one.
Right?
It's time.
But if you want
Okay, so let's rewind. Let's rewind
Right.
a little bit. Okay, so now he's saying, Grace, it's time for you to clear up these perceptions that people have of me on the internet. Grace, it's time for you to correct the impression that I have made of myself on the internet.
because that's how this works.
Okay.
So again, recapping. She was upstairs. He joined the call to tell her, I'm cold, come downstairs. She asks him some questions about like food or whatever. He gets mad at her and just tells her to come down. She comes down. Then she starts the stream here and he says that we need to be on camera together because I feel safer when we're on camera together. Then she turns to look at him and talk to him. And he doesn't like that. He doesn't want her turning and looking at him. He wants her to look at the screen when talking to him. Don't look at him. Then he gets mad at her for saying yeah because it's too informal and he wants her to say yes. Now he's saying, Grace, you need to correct the perception of me that's on the internet. The perception of me that I have perpetuated.
Sorry.
Let me mention, Ben pretty much hits on any woman he finds attractive.
All right, now let's be honest with chat, because a lot of them are saying Ben's reviews or blah blah blah, right?
Yes.
Is it time for us to correct the lies that you have spread on the internet about our relationship through your behavior, or do we want to?
So he is now accusing Grace of spreading lies about him when people have concluded that he's abusive through his behavior.
Keep going?
Yeah, it's time to kill that. To stop that.
But when you say that, you want to say it in a voice that can barely be heard, right?
It's time.
But if you want to, if you want to
Oh,
oppose,
and now he's mad at her for not saying it loud enough. He's like, you want to say that. You want to say what I'm saying. You want to say that in a voice that can barely be heard, right? He's mad at her for not saying it loud enough. It keeps stacking up. It keeps stacking up, guys. I think we need to keep track here of all the things that Ben is mad at her for. Give me a second. I'm loading up Notepad. Okay. Let's see. What is Ben Thorp mad about before he kicks Grace? Mad about her being upstairs and not coming downstairs where he is quick enough. He says he is cold. Mad at her for turning and looking at him when she talks to him and wants her to look at him through the screen, mad at her for saying yeah instead of yes, says it's disrespectful. Oh, right. Can't forget, says that he's safer on camera with Grace than off camera because she is crazy. Now he's mad at her for, says she has been perpetuating lies about him on the internet through her behavior, and that it's time to correct the lies. Gets mad when Grace doesn't say it's time to correct the lies loud enough. It's just crazy.
You'll say it in a nice big voice, right? You'll put your pussy behind it, right?
Yes.
But if I say to you, like, hey, do you want to stop telling lies? You go, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
yes.
inaudible.
Yes. Yep. You're right. Okay, I'll stop it. Okay.
Yes, not yep.
Yes.
Okay. So here's the story. Here's the question. I'm either a big fat baby who's narcissistic and selfish, or I'm someone who's utterly exhausted from being brutalized for 52 years by a combination of my mother, your mother, and you, with almost no, and it sometimes both.
Yeah.
Hi, Laura Shark. So just so Laura Shark knows, we are watching. So what happened here? Who are these people? This is Grace Thorp. This is Ben Thorp. They are content creators who have historically perpetuated the narrative that they sleep together. They are father and daughter. They claim now that that was fake, that they were just like being dramatic and doing it for the views. I don't believe it. There's a very abusive dynamic going on here. And recently, Ben got arrested. I think he got arrested last night. So we're going over all of the stuff that led up to him getting arrested. And we've got a list on the side here for everything that he's saying he's mad about here. He claims he's been brutalized by a combination. OMG, that's disgusting. Thank you for keeping me informed. Yeah, no problem. It is wild. Claims he's been brutalized by a combination of his wife, his mother, and Grace.
If you want everyone to go, well, I don't know what it is, right?
I do that. Yeah. Yes, I do that.
Okay. Do you know what the truth of that is?
Yeah, I know that you've been, and you've been really generous to me, and I've acted like a victim of it and portrayed myself as a victim. And I've gotten attention from people from acting like a victim instead of just being
you're
positive with you.
Like a speech that you've been brainwashed into saying, right?
I actually thought it was just, I don't think it came across like that, because I was just saying that.
We're going to spend a lot of time doing this, because this is what you do instead of, this is what the routine is, right?
But I meant that. I just said, I meant that. You've been really generous to me, and I've portrayed myself as a victim.
Why do you say it like it's a speech that we've rehearsed, right?
Replay that. Yeah, the whole portraying yourself as a victim is actually a pretty common tactic from to basically belittle any valid concerns that the person they're abusing might have. It is a very, very common tactic to claim that oh, you're just playing the victim and I'm the real one. It sounds like a rehearsed speech. I didn't think we would make it through this without blaming the victim. Yeah.
I think it came across like that, because I was just saying
we're
that.
We're going to spend a lot of time doing this, because this is what you do instead of, this is what the routine is, right?
But I meant that. I just said, I meant that. You've been really generous to me, and I've portrayed myself as a victim.
Why do you say it like it's a speech that we've rehearsed, right? Why don't?
Ooh, now he's mad at her for sounding like she's reciting a speech. Why do you sound like you're doing a rehearsed speech? How long are you planning to stream for? I'm not sure. A few hours at least. Every woman in his life is what are the odds? It's crazy. It's so crazy. He realized that and is afraid others will, so he criticized her for sounding rehearsed. Correct. He used to belittle and shame her into cowing to his beliefs. Yeah. It's crazy. He's mad at her for everything. I know this is off topic, but did George end up going live yesterday? He didn't, unfortunately. He didn't. I wish. But yeah, he has not yet.
You say it like it's normal, and like someone would say 2 + 2 = 4.
all right, you've been like a really nice guy, and I
Thanks.
have been sort of like having problems that I've, had with mom and stuff that I've taken out on you, and also
Yeah.
like, acting like my life is
that
too
true,
difficult.
or blah, blah, blah. Is that true, or is that like, I wanted to make it look like I'm inappropriate?
That's true. That is true.
Does that embarrass you?
Yes.
Okay, so you're a victim of that? You don't like people pointing that out.
Does
It
that
embarrasses me.
embarrass
I
you?
prefer to be seen as a victim. Like, it embarrasses
What? Does that embarrass you? So you want to be viewed as a victim?
me, yeah.
So it causes
Where's the mother? The mother's not involved. They're separated.
you shame to have.
Yes, it does. Shouldn't it?
No. You don't get, are you kidding me? You get to someone and then feel like, I don't like people saying that about me. Are you kidding me?
He's claiming she him.
I'm not really.
What shame?
Shame is saying like I did something wrong,
You
and
should be ashamed of yourself.
I know I am ashamed.
Objectively.
I am ashamed of myself. I'm ashamed of myself.
Well, actually, no, though, right?
What?
Objectively, it's shameful the way you've treated.
I would say yeah,
Unbelievably.
but I didn't.
Also, this is all while he's publicly humiliating her, and she said she does not want to be live. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
But it wasn't your fault.
Well, I would say I participated in it, but there were a lot of patterns.
I understand what you're saying. It seems inconsistent. I agree with it. And I'm tired. This is part of the problem.
Yes.
Your mother said, I don't want you bringing up the ways in which I have been.
Yeah.
And she also didn't want you bringing up the ways she's.
Yes.
Your abusers have the right to say, like, hey, wait a second. Don't you dare embarrass me.
No.
What takes time to figure that
A
out?
20-year-old child is abusing her 60-year-old
answer is no.
narcissist
The answer is
father.
no.
Absolutely
Wow.
goddamn right.
Yes.
No, you have no right. No right.
Yes.
You behave shamefully, anybody can talk about it.
Yes.
If there's a reason you behave that way, okay, they should mention that too. But you don't get to someone and then say you're a victim of them saying, I've been.
Bro,
Yeah,
this is
right.
so wild. You don't get to somebody and then say you're a victim. Isn't that what he's doing here? Isn't that what he's doing? Like, I'm so confused.
Oh,
I've been like really.
No. You've been doing it.
I've been acting like a victim of you. That's true. I act like a victim of you. I act like you're too mean to me. I act like you're harsh on
Okay,
me.
whatever. I don't want to hear big speeches. Okay, now you are clear about this, right?
And by the way, there's nothing that Grace can do in this situation that will satisfy Ben. There's nothing. This should be the video for gaslighting. Jeez, dude. They have 5 kids, lightly salted nuts. I know that there's one son that has been like expelled from the family, but is there any other kids in the family? Five kids total, I believe.
To myself, because I'm not clear.
Is it this stream she gets kicked in, or is it another live that made him get arrested? It's this stream that she gets kicked in, but somebody called the police on them, I think, when he kicked her. And so then he ended up getting arrested.
The stream, but you mean like personally? Am I clear about this?
All right, so you don't understand basic English sentences. It's all a runaround.
It's not a runaround.
It's all a runaround. So you're saying
And we'll get to the arrest video after this.
you're exhausted on a level that like almost no other human being on earth has ever experienced. And what I'm going to do is, when that person who's that exhausted says, "Are you clear about that?" What you're going to do is cause me to have to clarify that.
I'm sorry. I'll stop it.
And see, again, there's nothing that she can do that is right. He's now upset with her for making him have to clarify. Star, you look different today. Thanks. I will be on camera soon. I'm just doing my makeup.
Stop
Now
it.
you're going to get crazy and make me feel crazy. It never ends.
I love you very much, and I'm sorry that I'm acting like this. I'm clear that I have been like crazy. I am clear about that. I was crazy yesterday. I was super crazy. I thought like I totally could like never do anything with you ever again. I really did mean that. And I'm sorry for being self-indulgent.
Okay.
You're right. There's absolutely nothing she could do or say. That's what makes it so hard to watch. You can see her trying to appease him, searching for the answer to make him love her. So sad. Yeah, this is like textbook behavior. There's not a single thing that she can do that will satisfy him. Stardust, there's the original video, the video after that about the police, and the live now. It's 3 videos so far. Dude. If I were around him, I would be exhausted. I would leave. Not sure why Grace stays, except he makes her feel guilty if she even considers it. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if she would even be able to live on her own after this. I mean, she's still young, right? But she would have to learn a lot of things. Did they say what he got arrested for? He definitely got arrested for kicking her, and you guys will see that soon.
So let's try it again. Are you clear about that?
Yes.
Okay, is that hard to answer?
No.
Was it hard to answer when I asked it?
Also, it shouldn't be need to be said, but this is clearly not a act. It is just a scummy dude in front of a camera abusing his daughter. Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, what happens after this when he gets arrested? She claims that this was all an act, that it was all for the camera. This is not an act. You cannot fake this stuff. They streamed for 6 hours in this. 6 hours and 39 minutes. They're 3 hours and 45 minutes in. You cannot tell me that this is an act. This is who they are. This is who they are. The worst part is how she isn't at all acting and is trying to speedrun it. Yeah. She claims later that she was acting in this. I'm sorry, even normal actors, they're not for 3 hours and 45 minutes straight, or 6 hours and 39 minutes straight. Me and my dad used to have a really hard relationship, but I know for a fact he would never act like this, even in an argument. I hope she's okay. Yeah, we'll see, because she's live right now and she's writing on herself.
A couple minutes ago.
No.
So why did you answer it that way?
Because I...
Was it hard to answer?
Children.
Okay, so let's try it again. Are you clear about that?
Yes.
Okay, is that hard to answer?
No.
Was it hard to answer when I asked it a couple minutes ago?
No.
So why did you answer it that way?
Because I am running around.
Okay, so what you decided to do, or whatever, couldn't help but doing, is exhaust an exhausted person who's asking you whether you're clear. That they're exhausted.
Yes.
Okay, this borders on utter insanity, don't you think?
Yes.
Stardust, you're wrong. It's an act. They have a rotation of scripts they go through. I don't know about that.
In a
I
minor
do.
way.
Yep.
All right.
Yes.
Now, what situation does
He's
that
not
put
out
you
of jail.
That puts me in a situation where I'm kind of saying like, okay, I'm being extremely defensive, even though I know that I know you're coming.
No, we don't need a big speech. It puts you in a worse situation. Why?
Because I did something worse to you. I've been running you
Shut
around.
up. I made an exhausted person, an utterly exhausted person, more exhausted, who is asking for you to clarify that you've exhausted him.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Now you're in a little bit of a deeper hole than you were in before.
Yeah.
Guess what you can do now?
Freak out about that and despair.
Yeah. And who did you see do that over and 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 over
Hey,
and over?
Wise says, "Hey, I knew what happened." So, are you familiar with the Thorp's Wise? Is the counter theory that he just got too into character and assaulted her? I have no idea. They have an N-word script, then jump to a PDF thing, then self-pity, then the family thing. Not sure what changed it. I don't think that any of this is scripted. You can't script for this long. I'm sorry, they are streaming for 6 hours and 39 minutes. I stream for over 6 hours on a regular basis. I could not put on an act for that long. Yeah, can somebody do the copy pasta for Wise in the YouTube chat? So he knows what's going on here.
And over 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 again for 4 years.
Mom.
Okay. And how did you feel about when your mother did that over and over and over and over again?
I felt like it was crazy, like she was crazy, and every day I was like, maybe I can't.
No. How did you feel about it? I felt like she was crazy? No. How did that make you feel to have someone do that?
I was really angry at her.
Right, because you think it is what type of behavior? Good, medium, or horrendous?
Horrendous.
Okay, and yet you're doing it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you have a problem. But so far, for the better part of a decade, what have you done as an alternative? What has your response been to her doing that towards me?
It's like a combination
super
of
quick about it.
lashing out at her and also
No, towards me. I asked you a question. Listen to the words. You saw her doing that.
Yes.
And now it's been the better part of a decade. And since October, she really hasn't just said.
Yeah.
You say you witnessed her behaving in this way, which you thought was almost one of the worst things a human being can do with another human being.
Yes.
Is to cause that human being evil and then claim to be the victim.
Yes.
That human being
His being
reacting
just,
rationally,
again, there's
saying,
nothing,
"What are you doing?"
Yeah.
Okay.
there's nothing
But
in
what-
this situation that she can do that will make him happy. Because no matter how she answers, he's like, no, say it this way. No, don't say that. Say it this way. You know, I'm not telling you about that. That's not the right thing. I'm asking you this, right? No matter what she says. And I would be exhausted if I were her.
Have you done?
I lashed out at you because I was so angry at her.
It's not that complicated. It's not as complicated as this. Like you want to do is like, you have done the exact same thing.
I you and then act like a
No,
idiot. Yes.
You've done the. Okay, all right, so now it's newsflash.
It's not a newsflash.
Okay.
I'm just trying to follow it because I'm just like I'm doing this stupid thing where I get like all nervous and freaked out. Okay, I'm just trying to follow it. I'm just saying like, okay, you say I've done the exact same thing as her.
And now you want all of chat to go like, I'm the victim again. I'm
Better question is, why does she go along with him humiliating her? Because this has been her entire life, Nevaeh. She doesn't know anything else. And it might be true that her mother was abusive towards her too. And if that's the case, her father might be abusive. But while her mother was maybe abusive in her formative years, maybe, you know, she got all this positive attention from her father, and now she is on her hands and knees, like even for a drop of positive attention from him. You know, it's put him in a position where he holds all this power over her. He is the cult leader and she is a follower, and he is brainwashing her consistently. The mom was not abusive. Jeez, dude.
I'm actually trying to say that I'm doing this stupid
and now
thing.
You're talking super fast.
It's
Right? To show that evil dad is doing this. And who did you watch do this same routine on YouTube and for 4 years and pretty much your entire life before that? Who?
I saw mom do it.
Was it any different than this?
Not really.
Same thing.
Yeah, it was the
But
same
you're
thing.
just doing it. How does that make you feel to do the exact same thing that you say is the worst behavior I've ever seen one person do to another person? Not only are you doing that, you're doing it to the exact same person that you witnessed it being done to.
It makes me feel crazy
Oh, it makes you feel crazy?
and ashamed.
And it's so wild because people in the chat are saying, you know, Ben is the common denominator in all this, and he is. Grace and Alex PWF speed date contestant named Sick Phil 2 weeks ago and was so deeply, deeply cruel. You have to wonder. Well, she learns it from her father, right? People often learn those behaviors and start abusing other people.
Just like, I can't keep doing this.
It makes you feel crazy. So now you're letting me know that
I have to stop.
anything's on the
No, it's not Ben. Grace is on stream now. This is her job and it's 50-50. No, look, I'm not denying that Grace is abusive as well. 2024. I'm not denying that at all. I do think that, yeah, she's very much complicit in this.
table. I'm feeling crazy. Guess who says that?
That is also
When they're
what she
about-
used to say. Sorry.
Because
Guess who says
I
that when they're
witnessed
about to do
I witnessed Grace be abusive to her siblings, you know? So she has started to become complicit. I mean, she's been complicit for a while, honestly, in this. So OMG Lav is live with Grace right now. Jesus. How?
Well, it's not. I mean, necessarily. You did have slut written on you, didn't you?
I did. I am a slut. I mean that in a good sense, in the sense that, like, I would rather be sucking a guy's than be on my own. I don't care who it is, but I would rather do that and at least, like, have a connection to a man in some way. I would be a slut. It's like,
Okay, well, that makes sense. Grace, how do you think you're gonna find a husband with this digital footprint?
I'm not worried about that right now. What I'm worried about is being a good girl and being honest, and I think the Lord will provide if that's what he wants
What
from
does
me.
good girl mean?
A woman who is not a liar and does not use men for sympathy when she has problems of her own.
Grace, you sound brainwashed. I don't. This is-
Brainwashed by the Lord!
No, like this. I don't know if. I don't know
Hallelujah!
how real this is. I don't know how real this is. Is Ben like actually in jail?
Actually, this whole scene here with the writing and everything and her on her knees, that might have triggered the algorithm. Like, that might be it.
Maybe.
This is.
That
I
was
mean,
the formula.
you are Grace, and I really mean this. You are so beautiful. You are very
you.
smart.
Thank you.
It's sad
I
to
think that's
see
true.
you squander your opportunities like this. It's actually like brutal to watch. And you have a bunch of people who are like, who want you to do this because it's fun to watch, but it's not good for you. This is self-harm.
This is the best thing I've ever done. I'm being honest. And it's not even that big
Then
of a deal.
That should change, probably.
What do you mean? What should change?
If this is the best thing you've ever done, What do you mean? What are you
Do
doing
better
here?
things.
Like, what are you doing here that is good?
This is self-harm. I agree with Lav
I'm
on
being
this.
honest that I am a liar, and that I need to be more like I need to
Okay,
stop
but you're
lying. I need to stop-
you're streaming it.
Yes,
She thinks it's what her dad wants.
I think it's what my Father in heaven wants. Yes, I also think my dad would be proud of me. I think he would.
I think God.
Do you find this humiliating?
I think God wants you to
stop.
stop humiliating yourself, self-harming
I don't
in front
find
of
it
a
humiliating.
live audience.
I don't find it humiliating.
Okay, your inability to feel shame does not mean that it's not shameful.
Oh, I have an inability to feel shame, Lav. I feel shame all the time. God damn it! I'm so sick of feeling shame. That's true. I have an inability to feel shame. What's there to be ashamed of? I love the cross. I would like to be a good girl, and I lie sometimes. What is there to be ashamed of?
I cannot tell if this is real. I cannot. This is real. I'm Grace. What the?
What is the biggest lie that you're ashamed of?
The biggest
Why
lie
do you?
that I'm
Why,
ashamed.
have you ever seen a therapist?
What do you think?
I will personally. I will personally pay for you to see a therapist.
If you want to give me money, that's fine. I would use it to try to. I don't know. To
I would get in. Well, I would get in contact with someone for you where you live, and I would give the money directly to them.
I don't need to
I
pay
think she would
somebody
do
to
it
be
if it
my
was a
friend.
stream.
I don't need to pay somebody to be my friend. I have the Lord. I have
It's
my
not-
Father.
you're-
and
you're
I have
paying
my
a,
chat.
you're paying a mental health professional. You're not paying someone to be your friend. You're paying a mental health professional to oversee you get over your problems yourself. That's what a good therapist does. Is they listen to you talk, they add their expertise and their professionalism to let you know if what you're thinking is true or not. Because a lot of us get caught up in patterns that are false, right? That's like most of mental illness.
No, I would say mental.
I think a
Well,
positive
yeah,
female
okay.
influence in your life with a therapist could be very good for you.
I would say mental illness comes from the fact that you are lying because you're doing wrong and you know it. And the solution is to say that the devil convinced you
This
to
is
do
just-
that wrong, and you're not going to do it anymore. And you're going to ask for God's help, and you're going to say the devil convinced me.
Can we crowdfund therapy for Lav? Lav is already in therapy. We don't need to crowdfund for her. We need to crowdfund for Grace, honestly. It's honestly, I think Lav is on point here. You know, I know chat usually doesn't like Lav, but I do think she's on point here, you know?
God's commandments tells you to write on yourself for a live audience. Like, I think that privacy is a virtue, especially in Christian doctrine. I don't know why you're doing this.
I have used privacy to hide my abusiveness. And although, of
Great.
course, you don't know who I am,
You don't
nobody
need
knows
to tell
who I
people
am.
about how
Obviously,
abusive you are. This is going to
Who is Lav? Lav is somebody who used to be in the Destiny sphere. So, you know, Destiny, the streamer, she used to be in the Destiny sphere. She used to be on his streams every day. And I guess she slowly got more and more unhinged and things didn't work out, you know? Is Sick in the chat? I don't think Sick's in the chat here. Yeah, no, I don't think she's playing a character at all.
there is only one truth.
Sure, and you probably don't have it.
So we'll get back to this. Let's continue watching what happens here, okay?
Something off the rails. Guess what kind of people say that? I'm feeling crazy. Serial killers,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Now we're in that world. Do you think maybe it's time for you to act with some seriousness in your life and say, it's time to be
See, he is so
and
abusive.
stop doing this? No?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So let's try again, because you've taken it and turned it into this thing now about yourself.
Yes.
And now also you're not responding to chat because now you're saying, like, I get it. You want to yell at me and I'm going to show that I'm a victim to chat.
And it's so interesting because, you know, he is abusing her and humiliating her publicly here, right? And how is she making up for him going to jail? Abusing herself and publicly humiliating herself here.
In a sense, 3 persons alone. You, me,
All
and
right.
chat. And you're saying, oh, that's you. Chat, can't you privately? I see what you're writing. He's an ass, he does that, the other thing. I soak it up, but I'll pretend I'm listening to him. It's more, it's just your typical, same thing your mother used to do.
It is this. It's the same thing.
So go
Yeah,
have an
you're
affair
right.
with chat. Go
I don't
take
want
chat and go, do you think I'm a victim? And then go on Discord like your mother did, file something against me. Go, just go.
I don't
Go
want
have
to.
an affair with them.
I don't want to. I actually wasn't reading the chat. I was just looking at you, but I get that it makes me look like a victim because I'm not responding to chat. I get it. I was just looking at you, but I get it.
Well, you get to say, like, hey, you're making, it's more buffoonery, right? It's
Yeah.
like, look at me. I'm a victim. You're not a victim. You're an. What is an look like?
It's like somebody who doesn't want the camera on. Somebody
No.
who wants to hide
That
away.
doesn't look like anything. What face are you trying to show to YouTube, to the world?
That I'm sad and
You're sad. And
Yep.
What does it look like?
looks like somebody who's angry and nasty. Sometimes and it can be abusive.
What
like
about someone who's actually a serious human being who's being corrected?
a serious human being would just have like a sort of neutral face, like, okay, I understand. I'm gonna take this seriously.
I don't know about that, but okay, it wouldn't be.
Stardust, I think you might actually convince me Ben is actually abusive, but I'm not convinced. Look, Grace can be abusive too, 2024, but that doesn't change that Ben is abusing her. Oftentimes, people start taking the tools of their and using it on other people. Hay says, at the very least, when she was 15 and he pulled her away from her mother completely. This is clearly abusive, yeah. Very, very seriously, the inverse of good chat is the kill stream super chat stream against Stardust. I saw in December 2021 that struck me as unreal in hate intensity. It is what it is, you know? The becomes a yeah. If she's grown up with abusive parents, and it is very common to pick up their traits and start showing these traits towards others and even themselves, yeah. Yeah. That's not what always an looks like. Mine played family when we went into public and said he loved me and love bombing me daily. That's not always what an looks like. I agree. Hurt people, essentially. Yeah.
Someone who's looking like they're afraid and they're sad, which is what you're doing.
Yeah,
Right?
I am doing that. Yeah, I am doing
You're-
that.
You know, you're on camera. You're
Yep.
sitting there and making it look like you're a victim, and you've been doing this for the better part of a decade. But for now, a year and a half on YouTube, I hate it and you love it, right? Oh, here come the tears.
I keep doing
Here
it.
come the tears from baby.
I stopped.
And now she is about to cry, and now he's belittling her for getting tearful. She can't even express emotions, right?
Myself from crying. I stopped.
But that's perfect, isn't it? That's even better.
It's garbage, though.
No,
I
that's
don't.
even better performance. You look like you're gonna cry, and then you hold back because you're so afraid of Daddy doing something
See,
to you.
here it is.
Right?
Here it is.
No, that's literally not why.
Oh,
That's the moment that gets him arrested. That moment is what there have been people watching these folks for years, right? We'll replay it. There's people who've been watching these guys for years, and that is what got Ben arrested. As soon as they saw that, they called the police. We'll rewind it. Remember, he has belittled her all throughout this conversation. I need to add this to the list, actually. Humiliates her for almost crying. Also, humiliates her for looking like a victim. Okay, let's move back, right? Right as she's about to cry, he humiliates her and then he kicks her.
isn't it? That's even better. It wouldn't be something.
So he humiliated her. He was going to humiliate her for getting teary if she did, and also would humiliate her for holding back tears. She can't win. She can't win in this situation. Also add, this is something we've heard 100 times, but never when this kick comes. It was hard. Yeah, it was hard. Okay, are you guys ready?
Someone who's looking like they're afraid and they're sad, which is what you're doing.
Yeah,
Right?
I am doing that. Yeah, it's bullshit. I am doing that.
You know, you're on camera. You're
Yep.
sitting there and making it look like you're a victim, and you've been doing this for the better part of a decade. But for now, a year and a half on YouTube, I hate it and you love it, right? Oh, here come the tears.
Okay, here it is,
Here
guys.
come the tears from baby.
I stopped myself from crying. I stopped.
But that's perfect, isn't it? That's even better.
It's garbage, though.
No,
I
that's
don't.
even better performance. You look like you're gonna cry, and then you hold back because you're so afraid of Daddy doing something to you, right?
No, that's literally not why.
Did you guys see it? Bruh. Damn it. How could you not see it? Yeah. That was worse the second time I saw it. She has Stockholm Syndrome 100%. You can see her involuntarily tear up. Her eyes go glocky. What the yeah. Left foot right into her hip. Ben has a size 15 foot. He planted the whole thing into her side. What did he want her to do? He kicked her because she made him look bad. But what was she supposed to do? Well, he's mad at her he would be mad at her if she did cry. and he's mad at her for looking like she's going to cry, but not crying. OMFG would have. You can see how much pain it caused her in his face. You can see his aggression behind it. He has black socks on. Freeze frame that. Let me see if I can.
Because you're so afraid of better.
It's garbage, though.
No, that's even better performance.
See,
you look like you're gonna cry, and then you hold back because you're so afraid of.
That's the moment. That's the moment. I feel so bad for her. She's not going to have a normal sense of how things should be. This is her normal. He kicked her when she was looking. She wasn't expecting that. No way to prevent it. He fully flings her. Yeah. I played rugby. That's a foot up the side rib cage and her jaw goes slack. Is Ben in jail? Yes. This is years of yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's just so, you know? It's so I actually have anger forming from watching his face. Yeah. 2024 says the side rib cage is your most vulnerable part of your body. You can't brace for any impact. You're screwed, chat. He's a grown man, and I don't know how old she is, but can't be older than 25, and she can't do anything against it. I think he moved frame by frame. Yeah, we can do that. Do we know if the police took evidence of the injury? Did she go to a hospital? If it was direct to the ribs, they could have easily broken. I don't think she went to the hospital, and it wasn't her who called the police on him. It was chat.
You're already doing something to you, right?
No, that's literally not why.
Oh, shit.
Okay, now look at her reaction after. Well, actually, let's watch it one more time, slow-mo. Let's watch it one more time, slow-mo, and then we'll look at her reaction after, okay?
Fuck it, right?
Wait, she's upset he's in jail? Yes. She's humiliating herself on stream after he humiliated her on this stream.
Oh, here come the tears.
Keep doing
Here
it.
come the tears from baby.
I stopped myself from crying.
What age is she? I think she's 20 or 21.
But that's perfect, isn't it? That's even better.
It's garbage, though.
No, that's even better performance. You look like you're gonna cry, and then you hold back because you're
Okay, let me slow this down a second. Here.
so afraid of daddy doing something to you, right?
No, that's literally not why.
All the time.
That's as slow as I can go. Holy shit, dude.
Something to you, right?
No.
Afraid of. You look like you're gonna cry, and then you hold back because you're so afraid of daddy doing something to you, right?
Thank you for the $5, Trigger Man. I'm lost for words. Yeah, it's just wild. That kick was real. Yeah. Maybe he has house slippers on, sorry, but you can see his foot and her body mass. It's light, yeah. Knock the wind out of her, yeah. Look at his face as he kicks. He gets a real angry look, yeah. The noise she makes due to the impact, yeah, it's so sad. Okay, putting this back at normal speed, and watch her reaction after this. Watch her reaction after this.
No, that's literally not why.
All the time.
All of the chat, by the way, all of the chat is saying call the cops, and like, what the damn, whoa, wow, Jesus Christ, you know, that's all what chat is saying.
Literally not why.
Never end. I want you out of never end.
Oh my god! I don't mean to do this!
See, she's blaming herself. Like, that's her reaction after getting kicked. That's her reaction after getting kicked. She is fully brainwashed. And then she's trying not to cry because she will be berated for that too. He's literally making her crazy. Holy, I feel so bad for her. Yeah, same.
Never end.
Oh my god! I don't mean to do this!
It's too long. The better part of a decade is not a reasonable amount of time for someone to get a hold of themselves.
Okay, but I wanted to get a hold of myself today, and
whatever.
We were like, I don't want to live with you. I don't want to. I don't care if you don't.
Did you hear that? I don't want to live without you. I don't care.
I want to live without you. I don't want to. I don't care if you don't want me to.
I don't care if you don't want me to. I don't want to live without you.
I don't want to do this. I'm not gonna leave.
I'm not gonna leave.
Okay. Well, okay. So you said you were going to do something today. You didn't do it, just like your mother, right? But I said.
But I gave it my shot. I gave it a shot. I tried. I did.
Well said.
But
how many times she was trying? So it's
But I really...
7:05. It's not midnight, but like...
I don't know what to do. Okay. I'm not a victim. I am a victim of some things that have happened in my life to put me in this position.
Shut up for a second. Here's my suggestion to you. For the first time in a year and a half, now, leave me the hell out of it. It didn't help. You didn't take this opportunity with me, and you didn't utilize it. Now, don't look at me that way. Look at me through this.
And again, don't look at me that way. Look at me through the stream. No, it's not. I don't want to blame it on you. It's I don't want to live without you. He is her lover, as rough as that is, it is true. It is so sad. Yeah. Do the cops show up during the stream? Not during this one. Not during this one. And you guys will see. Glad he noted the time for the police report. Holy dude.
It's just
more jokes, yeah. Sure.
And she's laughing now. Like the mix of emotions. She went from like having a breakdown, crying, not crying, now she's laughing.
Look, can I finish my sentence, or are you going to do more hilarity?
Yes, please finish your sentence.
Okay. Now I think you need... what have I been suggesting to you all day?
You have been suggesting that I'm a killer. You said I should be a killer. You said that I should...
No, okay. You don't listen to me because when I'm around, you obsess or something like that. Okay.
See, again,
what I've been basically saying...
He had another problem with what she said. He asked her a question. She replied. He has a problem with what she says then, too. Yeah, if you look at this entire conversation, there's not a single time that she answers him, that she replies to him, that he does not have a problem with it. There's not a single time in this conversation that she answers a question of his or replies to him that he doesn't have a problem.
Is that we're a team, you and me, and who else?
Chat.
And what have you tended to do?
I tend to ignore chat and play victim to them so that I don't trust what they tell me.
Okay, you're saying you want to do this thing with me and you, just like your mother did, which is to have an obsession until I can't take it anymore. Right? Pregnant pause. All right. So
I don't know if I've had I don't know. Okay. It's been obsessive.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Don't answer any questions. I'm not going to ask you any questions. You're not going to answer them. Okay. You can't do it. I'm just going to tell you my point of view.
See?
Your mother treated chat like it was she was a victim of chat, but also she was needy for chat's approval.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
You're doing the same exact thing with chat. I'm telling you, not so much me, because you've alienated me from most of chat, right? By playing the victim.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But they supposedly love you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because you've manipulated them into thinking you're a victim of me. Is that not true?
That's correct.
Okay. And then what did your mother do with them? And your brother, John?
She left you for them. I don't know.
No.
She abandoned us and went to Discord.
Grace. All right, forget it.
Again,
whatever. Bye.
She can't answer a single question. He always has a problem with her. She cannot answer a single question without him having a problem.
I just wanted to answer the question. I honestly just want to answer.
People can literally just see who he is and they don't like him. The victim, I mean, yeah. Ben and Grace meme too close to the sun, saying they had sex with each other. I mean, I think they probably did. Her brother is saying they did. He's literally mad that the channel hates him because he's a monster. Oh God, De Laguna is talking to her now? Wow. Sorry, Star, love you, but this is too upsetting. I'm sorry. He's always going to say whatever she answers is wrong because he wants her to feel like she's stupid. Yeah. No problem, Greg Gunslinger. I'm sorry.
Question and just understand what I need to do.
Okay, please stop talking. Is that working for you when you talk a lot?
No.
How many speeches in the last better part of a decade have I ever said, that's fantastic, I love that? Or your mother's?
Never.
How many thousands of hours have I spent listening to these stupid speeches from you and your mother? It's all garbage.
Mm-hmm.
All garbage.
Yeah. Yes.
There's been like 10 words maybe that made sense the entire time. So how about now we say, shut the f*** up and listen to me.
I'm
and then
putting
take
makeup on.
this
That's why the VTuber.
and go upstairs and don't act like a victim of it. You had an opportunity to come down here.
Now.
I was going to say to you that this is the situation and you should stop doing this to me, but you wouldn't even let me get through that. You made me totally and utterly frustrated instead, whether it was your fault or not. Okay. So what we're going to do instead, what I'm going to suggest it to you instead, and you're not going to interrupt me and confuse me again. I'm going to just get through this, and you're going to take your wonderful self the out of here and go upstairs, right? Is what your mother did with is she created a mini cult, which also made her their lol cow, kicked basically the entirety of YouTube away to the curb, had them protect her from anyone who didn't agree with her crazy narrative, and they used her as a lol cow and probably still do.
Yes.
And all of them are psychopaths.
Yes.
And the trade-off also was destroy your family and commit crimes. They inspired her to commit crimes against you, your siblings, me, and also my father, and implicate them in crimes as well.
Yes.
He has her totally brainwashed. WTF. He called her down, kicked her, then threw her out. Yeah, it's wild. I wonder if Darius knows they had... He definitely knows. He definitely knows. What crimes is he alleging? I'm not really sure.
Okay. You should do that, or maybe come up with something different. And maybe it's not about you and me. Maybe it's about you, because you said, I prefer not being on stream to being on stream. Correct?
Yes.
Because the reason you like that is because you don't like having a camera on you, because your behavior is so bad off camera.
Yep.
Oh.
Her behavior is the bad one off camera. Again, guys, this is what happens on camera. Who knows what happens off camera? He's probably worse off camera.
Okay, so you're going to interrupt me. All right, bye.
I sped it up a little bit.
But that's all I can do. I told you wanted to goodbye. Midnight is it.
Okay. Do you need a way out? No. Grace, first things first, ban all the Jews in chat. Okay, thanks, I will. All right. Well, I will say this. What happened yesterday, I won't go into detail, but let's just say I was extremely disrespectful. And I kind of thought that everything was, like, over. Like, okay, he's just, like, that was too crazy. And it's true, I don't like a camera being on me. Thank you, Samson. This is your fault, Grace, for suggesting quitting smoking. I don't think I suggested it. I think he suggested it. Ben really wanted that smoke competition win. Get ready for Kino.
Okay.
This is purgatory content? What does that mean?
Let's move forward.
I'm going to donate if you punched or kicked him yesterday.
Okay, let's move forward. Then the next thing. Next video, let's watch the arrest, okay? Here's the arrest. I hate this Warmaxer guy, by the way. He's such a creep. Let's see. 410.
You look just wonderful, Grace. Are you defeated?
Hey, Grace. Why do you look so sad?
Grace, what is happening?
My dad went to jail.
Okay, sorry. Give me a second. Just turning skip silence on. Playback speed, normal. Yeah. All right.
Before you bring him up,
Yeah,
you have to make an OnlyFans with her. Like, you would
I'm
definitely...
going to try.
You
She
have
has
to.
to
You have
contact
to.
me. I'm going to try. Believe me, I'm going to try. Yes, good evening, Grace.
Hi. Hey,
You look just wonderful, Grace. Are you defeated?
Hey, Grace. Why do you look so sad?
Grace, what is happening?
My dad went to jail.
Shut the hell
Somebody
up.
called the cops?
Yep.
Somebody on the stream, see? Is that what happened?
Yep.
And so what happened now?
I told them it was a bit, which it was. I told them he just pushed me, and they said they had to take him.
It was not
my
a
fault
bit.
because I rewatched
It was not a bit. It was not a bit. It was not acting.
clip, and
Okay. Can you get Ben out of jail?
No.
How are they holding him?
He didn't hit her. He kicked her, Ron. We watched it earlier.
Not sure exactly. It's like 3 a.m.
When did they take him?
I don't know, like 11.
That's your time. What time is
Yeah.
it?
It's 3:42.
Okay. Is he going to, are they going, well, he'll have to see a judge now, probably. And then the judge will decide which they should post the bond. Hopefully it's not high. I don't know what Rhode Island is. And so maybe because, see, Grace, listen, honey, you have some of these people in your chat, and I try to tell you about some of these
Rhode
people
Island.
Yeah.
that
Rhode
are
Island.
very, even if you had, well, who are they to call them? You know, if he put your head through a window, that'd be different. You know, he gave you a kick. So that's why I'm having fun with it and calling it Ben Fu.
I know, yeah.
Now
I'm
Ben
so-
is in, yeah, but they don't take it but they take it seriously. Okay, that's why I don't tolerate those people, Grace, like this clown guy and these type of people. I get them out of here quickly, and there's the reason for it too. That's what they do. So now Ben is there. Yeah, well, he's there now. The thing is, well, they're going to post him. but he's going to post the bond, or if he can make that, and whatever. I don't know what they're going to stipulate that. I don't know what.
Yeah. It's wild. He's saying this is her fault. He's attacking her for having people in her chat that care about her. Yeah, it's terrible.
Rhode Island for, a possibly, I don't know what's in the.
And I hate this guy, by the way. He goes by the name Maxer.
Under a
and he's a
domestic
pervert.
dispute. Do you know what called?
And his father is totally okay with her interacting with this guy. In fact, he encourages
Oh,
it.
no, I don't know which person, no.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it's ridiculous because I didn't ask for it. I'm not asking for it. I told them I don't want to press any charges. I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah.
We don't live together, which is true. We don't live together. And I think it's utterly ridiculous that they take him. I am not making any complaints. I talked with them privately. I'm not making any complaints. I don't need him taken
And even
away.
if you said, let's say you said it was a bit to them,
I did.
100%. Well, why? Okay, but why are they not then listening?
Because they don't care. I'm the person who was supposedly
Because it's not a bit. Because anybody who watched that stream can tell that it's not a bit. Chat, did that look like a bit to you? Because it didn't look like a bit to me. Not one bit. Pun not intended. Did it look like a bit to you? No. She'd be the best actor ever. Yeah, she would be. Because they have eyes and it is recorded. He's berating her. He's berating her right before he kicks her. And he's been berating her for like a while before he kicks her. Not a bit. Just wait until Science Monk comes on. Ah, dude.
I don't care. Like I'm telling them, like I have no complaints. I don't want to press any charges.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
The kick was real. Yeah, it was. No, that was real. Everybody's saying not a bit. It's not up to the victim, it's up to the prosecutor. That's true as well. Not a bit. When he kicks her, you can see the mean spirit in his face and hear it in his voice as he kicks her. Lauren is spurging on Lav. She sounds super crazy right now. She makes Lav look sane. Unless he smashes her head through a window, it's not. Yeah, amazing.
Okay.
Amazing
they still
logic.
arrested him. So, all right. So he's going to post bond in the morning and see a judge. So you're going to have to go down there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would advise you because it's like
I don't know if I can afford it, but
Can your chat raise the money? Because they put him there, they put him there.
yeah, maybe we can do that. But then again, I've turned my entire chat against him, so it's really my fault. And
Well, why don't you do this, Grace? Open up a live stream
Blaming
on your
yourself.
channel if you can. Tell them your situation, because you have some guys that donate. I saw one guy donating like a few $100 and whatnot. And tell them, listen, some of these people put me in this position, did this. Now I have to maybe raise $400 to $500 to get him out of prison, probably minimum.
It's not.
I think
it's
it could
not.
be thousands.
By the way, his bond is $10,000. It's $10,000. And I don't remember what percentage they have to raise for that. But yeah.
It could be. I don't know. It's hard to tell how they go about it. It's
Which
not
is
to
just
go
a
away.
scam. Which is just a scam. I have to pay these people thousands of dollars.
Seriously, I know she's crying. It's kind of joke because I'm laughing. But think about it this way: now that he's in jail, you have the whole house to yourself. You can just do whatever you want. So you guys just want to just chill out while he's in jail and just do whatever you want, and just you have the whole house to yourself. I mean, I would be kind of ecstatic. I'd be like, okay, this is badass.
Well, that's not her situation. She says she likes living with Ben. That's why.
Okay,
I said,
so
well,
she actually
you're
likes her
okay.
dad. That's a problem. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, and so now
I know nothing about this. Does he deserve to be in jail? Yes, he does.
he's in prison because of the chatters or whoever these idiots are. That's why, as I kick these people, you better get more serious on some of those people in your Discord. Some of those people in your Discord are the ones sending to my house.
He kicked her.
And I know it.
Yeah, what's your opinion on that? You know how many pizzas the general has gotten because of you?
I don't think there's
That's why
anything-
you'll have to go down there. What? So what you should do, Grace, is
there's
open your.
anything you can do about those people.
Well, yeah, a little bit, but I just don't lay over and let them do what they want either. And they're going to get a bad spanking. Trust me. One has one coming too. He just doesn't know it yet. Two of them, actually. But anyway, what you need to do is open a live stream. I would do it on your channel. You have over 5,000 subs now. You could bring in, what is that down there? Thorp TV? That ain't you, is it, Grace?
Getting arrested, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I told you guys that.
Okay, here's the footage. Yeah, here's the footage.
You could bring in, what is that down there? Thorp TV? That ain't you, is it, Grace?
Getting arrested, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I told you guys that was a joke.
No, Grace, you gotta do what you have to do, Grace.
We didn't
Oh, see
need
what
it.
he said? He said,
It was a
be under their law. He said that right there. They don't care then. Under Rhode Island law, if there's just any like that or evidence, I don't know, or people said they saw it and whatnot, or it's on a stream and they sent it to the cop. See?
fucking joke for the stream.
It was a joke for the stream. It was not a joke for the stream, by the way.
Can I even see him?
Don't worry about
Is it raining where you live? What the fuck?
Let's be quiet right now.
See, she's crying now.
Let me just pause a second, Grace. What you need to do, are you still there? Okay. Yeah, what you need to do this. Open up a live stream, say, because, you know, it was a bit, and it was, and there's no violence there. I mean, if he, like, took a hand and laid into you, I would even say different. Obviously, that's not the case here. Yeah. Raise some, because you have some donors that would come in. You can show them this, okay? And explain that, raise that, so maybe you can raise close to it. You can, because you do have people that do that. Yeah. So now Ben is in the clink. Ben is legit in the clink, you know. So are, you know, the people, because, you know, Grace, I've never seen Ben really, you know, I mean, lay on you or ever, you know, where you know say, oh, this is a real dangerous situation. I've never detected that in Ben, nor have I ever said that. So what I would do if I were you, I mean, we'll play, the rest of it.
Poor Maxer is the last person I would take any advice from. Yeah, no, he's a literal creep. He is such a creepy, skeevy guy. I hate him. He used a foot and laid into her ribs. It's terrible. It's so bad. Yeah. By the way, sorry for missing it. Bosset, thank you for resubscribing. This is all actually in the Bible. Oh my God, Bosset. Thank you for resubscribing on Twitch. Guys, if you like the content, please consider subscribing on Twitch, super chatting on YouTube, or becoming a member. We also have Discord subscriptions now, and I will be utilizing, you know, and getting special things for Discord subscribers as well. So thank you all once again for supporting the stream. And remember to smash the like button on the YouTube stream, okay? Boost me in the algorithm. Completely free to do. Press the like button. Press the like button. Grace said he isn't a violent person, but by his own admission, he was hitting her mom before she was even born. Okay.
Based on whatever you guys had going on in your live stream today. So
we got 70 people. We have 70 people in the YouTube chat. And how many likes do we have? 25 likes. 70 people in the YouTube chat and 25 likes, guys. Come on, we can do better than this. We can do better than this. Press the like button.
Kicking you. Alright, so in Rhode Island, that's considered
Thank you.
Assault,
I love you.
Domestic violence, simple assault. Alright, I understand you have your YouTube podcast and everything like that, whatever you guys do, but essentially...
But it was a joke, and I don't have any problem with what happened!
It was a joke, and I don't have any problem with what happened. She is so in deep. She's so in deep.
They're tied, okay? So what's gonna happen?
It was not a joke.
He's gonna be processed. He's gonna be booked and everything like that. I know it's a cash bail for $50. I don't know if you drive or anything like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like I said.
Wait, what did he say there?
He said the cash bill's $50.
Quick, if you want to call the station.
The bond is $50.
I went there. They did not say that.
What did they say?
They said it could be up to 10,000, and they'll have to let me know.
I don't think it's that, but it's probably more than 50. But what I would say, Grace, plan on 300.
Because I went there and I brought that, and they were like, "No, we have to wait. We have to tell you."
Okay, well, I don't know. Maybe it's probably more than 50, but I don't think it's going to be upwards of that. I mean, that would be insane for that. But I would fire up your live stream. Okay, I would tell them also, because some of those people are responsible, but that's also sometimes goes with live streaming. And then there's people that don't like him, so they do this type of shit. And, you know, I would do that. And, you know, some of the people, let me see. I'll give some advice. All right. Now let me add how much. What do you have?
Yeah, so hey Grace, I don't know much about you, but I do want to help with this in a more logical, no entertainment, this is serious nature way. I'm gonna give you the bare minimum of what you need to do with stuff like this, and you need to do exactly as I say. If you don't, it's going to get worse for you. IP2, I'm sure you know about this kind of like community. They are known for putting people in jail. They are swatting. And I know you said, I did watch a stream when you said, hey, I'm used to this, but some of these are outrageous. They make streamers get hurt, or there's a bomb threat. Do you ever see the bomb threat one where they had like
These guys are very familiar with bonds for domestic violence. Yeah. Damn, dude. Okay. So I think we've gotten all we need from this stream. Next up, let's check on Grace and see what's going on.
Okay, that your dad kicks you or whatever, it's like all subjective.
I'm saying
we usually don't want violent people in general population.
Okay, I will call in shortly, but let's do this. Damn, girl, don't really know how to use Photoshop.
I don't see what the police have to do.
Well, because
not small tasks. have balls. I guess it would be clit washers.
Damn, dude. Okay, never mind. All right, I'll call in.
Right. So for all intents and purposes, Ben was wanting you to get the out, right?
Basically, yeah, he did say
And that
before
was
then,
his
like,
space, right?
I was in his space, and he was feeling like things were getting crazy, and he had been telling
And
me, like, you gotta go
So
soon.
it was either him get up and leave, which he did. Right as soon as he did that, he got up and left. He was like, "You're not leaving. I have to leave." That was kind of his mentality?
Yeah.
And he kicked you in the butt, which would have been kind of akin to kicking you in the ass on your way out the door, but you just hadn't got up to leave yet.
Yeah. He was saying to
So-
me before, like, you need to get, like, I need some space.
If
I wasn't really
anybody thinks
respecting that. I was just sitting there.
If anybody thinks that bringing in hot lead, guns loaded,
Dude is blaming her for sitting on the bed after he called her down. Yeah, it's wild. Guys, I need to go take a quick bio break, and I will be right back. So stay here, watch the Grace stream, and tell me what happens when I get back, okay? I won't be more than like 5 minutes, okay?
unfortunately, what you were talking about earlier and what's going on here now is he's still there. I think you should get a bondsman tomorrow. Post haste, you could call one now, maybe make a note of it. Around the jails in this country, because it's all about money, they post bondsmen every fucking where.
I think
Within a
your dad
block.
can make it a few days. He's a tall, big guy.
Are
I don't think you
kidding
should waste
me?
your money.
Do you understand that this is a privatized criminal system they just want to make more money on?
Yeah,
This
so
is
don't pay.
absolutely-
So
you're
don't pay
ridiculous.
the bond. Why would
I'm
you
not-
pay a bond then?
Well,
Just wait until they
I make
release.
this stream. I'm not going to make this stream about something else, but okay, it's a little harder to say let's leave them in there when it's $500 to get them out, okay, or $1,000 to get them out, and you don't have to give up $1,000 till later. You can do a stream with Ben
I think
comes
you could.
back from
He's going
jail.
to get out. He's going to
May
get
I
out
finish?
anyway.
Finish?
He's going to get out
Yeah.
anyway. Don't waste your money. They already have no money. Use that money towards something like rent or food.
Well,
I
know
don't
if
think
you've
he would
ever-
want me to use the money to pay people
Make
for
sure-
doing
can I ask
something
you
that they
this?
No,
shouldn't have.
he'll
Does
be
your
fine.
cell
He's
phone
he's
take-
taking a vacation from his problems. He's
That
taking
could be
a
true.
vacation.
But Grace, here's what I want to know: does your cell phone take unknown or anonymous calls? Because your dad's going to
It
be
does.
calling.
I turned off the whitelist.
Okay, good, because that's what you need to make sure. Because he's only going to get a few opportunities to get to a payphone and call collect. Now, does your service allow for collect calls?
I don't
That's
know.
the only
I
way he
think
can
so.
call you.
I get
What?
police calls. I get police calls.
Have you ever gotten calls from a jail where they say, "Caller on the line, will you accept the charges?"
No.
Okay, that's what you need to call your carrier and find out. Because if you don't, he can't call you, and if he can't call you, he can't tell you he wants the out of hell.
Yeah, that's true.
So the other option you have is to get a message to him with a landline that you're attached to somebody. Maybe somebody in your chat, maybe one of your mods will offer up their landline for him to call. But he's going to have to, and then you can send that to the jail and get it to him. All you have to do is call him, say, this is a number he can call, collect, and they will three-way me with him.
Okay.
That's the best option you have. But I mean, you got to give him some way to communicate with you, because otherwise you don't know what he's thinking.
Okay. I'm back.
All right. Okay.
I digress.
I just kind of thought like the best take would be to not like.
I'm back.
I don't know, to not like obsess over it and just say like, okay, like I f***ed up. He doesn't want me to pay, and
Your dad's a big
Try to
guy.
do the
He
best.
towers over most people. I'm not really worried about him, but there is a tendency for,
Oh my god. Is this poor Maxer again?
you know, if he gets out of line, for people to put people with people that are just jerks in the first place. So, I mean, I don't want to see him. And one day after the next, it just doesn't get better if you're in a situation that's going downhill, especially in that situation. You're in a rat cage with a bunch of rats, and some of them are rabid.
well,
Is
But
Lav
even
still
if-
in the call?
even if I do manage to contact him, he can't contact me, right? Because there's going to be that no contact.
Is Lav still in the call with them, or did she leave?
No contact order with you because of that's somebody.
Like I'm saying, if I try to get in contact with him, they're going to tell me that I can't because
Okay.
the no contact order. Because that's what happened with my brother. It was the same counts, the same charges, and he couldn't contact me.
I'll tell you, the whole story, it gets real deep. I mean, I understand a lot more of this than I want to put on your stream, because it gets into the legal, lawful things. And when you start talking that, it's kind of the red pill of the Matrix, not the red pill of the simps out there. And
I'm gonna hold on quickly. I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. I'm not gonna overstay my welcome, Grace.
I wanted to hear more from you. I mean,
Grace, I had a very similar relationship with my grandpa that you do with your dad. We're still friendly and close. I think I understand a lot of what you're going through, and I don't want to catastrophize or make you feel ashamed or bad for your relationship with your dad. Again, if you don't want to come stay with me, that's totally fine. If you do want a female friend or just someone to listen to or someone to add to your support system, I'm here always. I'll check up on you later today and maybe tomorrow. Feel free to leave me on red or to not respond, but I just want you to know that I'm here if you need anything.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes. All right. Bye.
Bye. Wait, I forgot to read this to her! No! I wanted to read this to her. Well, she's not a lesbian anyways. Willie McDuff for $10.
Just a second, guys. Let me just keep her on while I'm setting up my camera here.
In the chat. One's in the chat for grossly. You betraying.
Is that all?
Yes.
Betraying whore. When did I dox him? When did I dox him, though?
Didn't you dox him?
No, that wasn't actually me. I didn't know his name to dox him. I knew his name was grossly to me. It was not me.
You're lying.
I swear
Chat,
to God.
is she lying? Is she lying?
Okay, whatever. I mean,
Is
I'm not
she
gonna
lying?
You don't
Is
have
she
the
lying?
fucking proof, but whatever. I mean, it's cool. I'll take the blame. I'm a
Well,
Jew.
look, I know
used to it.
maybe Ava was part of it. I'm not sure.
You know, I didn't know his name, so I couldn't dox him.
Okay, never mind. Actually, it wasn't you.
Wow.
Sorry. I admit my mistake.
Yeah. Yeah.
was
So
wrong
let me get
person.
your dad's information so that way I need a pen pal.
Oh, you want to message my dad conjugally or whatever in prison?
Yeah, like I actually have a whole folder of jail mail and I'd like to add him to the collection.
Who is this person? Does
I couldn't
somebody
find
know?
it. Like I
You know,
went to
you
Google.
could have just talked to him online. Is he hot to you now because he's an inmate?
Yeah.
You're one of those girls.
I want to be one of those prison wives. So yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay.
I got a real job. That's why no one's seen me in months. Because like I work now because being on the internet and asking for money is really painful.
Okay, who's this person?
Flow State, did you know that Chuckles here is a female comedian?
No,
I didn't know that.
I'm not. I work in a cubicle now, so I'm a professional.
You gave up on
That
Woody?
sucks.
Well, I mean, I wasn't really doing it. I was doing YouTube, and then I was like, this isn't really making me enough money, so now I make money.
Using a pasta filter on your face and streaming for 2 hours every week wasn't working?
It wasn't. I mean, yeah.
The weird
Number
female
one,
tension here.
You're in jail. Number two, you get a letter from
there's
this
tension?
broad.
Maybe there's not. I mostly heard Scott 2B offering terrible legal advice earlier, and so I kind of came up as a counterweight to that.
Oh, okay, what's your alternate legal advice?
I think that Ben is just fine in jail. He's a massive dude. He will want more bologna sandwiches than they're gonna give him. But I would just wait. He'll probably have court Wednesday.
Yeah, you might actually like grow if you just spend a little bit of time away from him.
Well, I don't think he would want me to pay the bond. I don't think he would want me to pay.
You haven't heard from him?
No, I don't think he can contact me because.
But you know who he can contact?
Who?
Me.
But I can't. I don't even know. I don't even know if he has his phone. Like I don't even know if he has his phone on him. I don't know how it works.
Oh, I thought he was
because-
backstage. That's not your dad?
No, there's somebody who says he's bad.
Most
Ben
booking
Thorp, Grace,
areas
it's just somebody
have
using their
phones
name.
that allow you to call out that are not collect calls.
I know, but I don't think he can call me.
I'll communicate
because
with him telepathically.
He got the
Let him
charge
know.
against me, so that's probably why there's nothing, because it's a no contact order automatically put in place until the arraignment. So I don't think there's anybody he can contact.
Yeah, you might not be able to bond him out anyways, even if you wanted
Well,
to.
what jail is it? Because I couldn't even find I couldn't even find it.
It's like the Correctional Institute. I don't know.
I think this is a whole scam.
By
Is
the way,
he even
guys,
in jail? Yeah, I think that he's in the other room or something.
You don't think he got arrested?
I can't
What are you
find the
talking about?
record.
Well, I don't know if they booked him yet. I've been trying to get that out of.
Is he even like?
I don't know how
in a
it
holding
works.
cell?
I don't know how it works. They
I
told
don't
me I
know
had
how
to
it works.
wait. I got the papers. Where they are. I got all these papers. They said
Oh, papers. Did
bail
you read
for all
them?
accounts 10,000. Arraignment date 3/15.
I think it happened last night, Kay. He got arrested
domestic
last
simple
night.
assault and battery, domestic disorderly conduct.
Yeah, just hand over the paperwork.
Yeah, you'd love to know our address, you doxer.
You're still accusing me of doxing when we just clarified this.
I still think you had something to do with it.
Well, yeah, Jews always get blamed for everything.
playing that card.
I mean, it's very, it's a great time to be a Geo again. When is it not, though?
But if he'll probably be able to get a bond reduction in a week. He'll probably have his first hearing Wednesday.
My makeup
and
is done. I can take my
at
YouTuber
the
off.
next one, probably the next week, either Monday or Wednesday, he'll be able to request a bond reduction, and they'll probably cut it in half if he's still
Give me
in
a
jail.
second.
They might OR him out.
But if there's an arraignment on the 15th, doesn't that mean that he could just that it'll just be a court date? So they could let him go if I go there?
Is there a protection order? If there's a protection order, you should not go there. Because
No, I've been to court with my brother and he had a protection order. I had a protection order against him. They'll protect you.
if there's a protection order in place and Ben looks at you and says things to you or mouths words to you, the court's gonna frown on that
I know, but he knows that though. He knows
Okay.
that. He knows that. That's what happened with me and my brother.
But no, I would, if I were you, honestly, I'd call the jail and I'd leave them your
Glitterbell.
number and say, will you give this to Ben? They'll eventually get the scrap of paper to him, especially if you.
I think we should all write a letter to him together.
Yeah, I was
There's
thinking
nothing
that I
inmates
was
love more
thinking
than
that
mail.
I was thinking that I could give them something to give to him because he can't contact me, but I can contact him.
Is she just letting random people give her legal advice? I think so. I want to talk to her, but I would want to talk to her one-on-one.
Can we mail him? That's stupid.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he's even an inmate. I don't think that's how it works.
Maybe you can talk to Lav.
So maybe he's just
aren't they
on
holding
vacation
him?
or
He's not an
something.
inmate. You know what I mean?
He's probably, if he's not showing up on the inmate roster, he's probably in the booking area still. Sometimes
Still?
it takes him. It took me 3 days to get booked in.
Yeah, what state were you in? Rhode Island has 4 people in it.
That's true.
Kansas.
It's a very small
So,
state.
There's about 2 people here.
Bro, she had sex with the entire fam. Dude, epic roads, dude. How'd you figure that out? Mail him a positive pregnancy test from Grace.
That's a good idea.
Mail
That's a
him a
good one.
fleshlight.
Let's mail him some crackers
Send him Porn
and
Maxer's anal beads.
Stardust would be a good person for her to talk to. Remember when Stardust went around telling everyone, I saw my dad, they have common ground. Okay, look, that was a joke. That was an actual joke. Stardust, talk to Lav at your own risk. I would try and call in and say, could I only speak to you? I would want to, but she's already got all these people on. It would be rude for me to pull her away, you know?
I'm gonna play a little bit more of the Nat Town video, and I'm gonna go roll a cigarette, so...
Oh, okay, maybe this is the point where I can call in.
Don't you dare embarrass me.
No.
What takes time to figure that out?
The
The answer is no.
The answer is no.
Absolutely goddamn right.
Yes.
No. You have no right. No right.
Yes.
If there's a reason you behave shamefully, okay, they should mention that too. Anybody can talk about it.
Yes.
You don't get to someone and then say you're a victim of them saying, if there's a reason
I've
you
been
behave
abused.
that way, okay, they should
Yeah,
mention that too.
right.
But
I don't.
You don't.
I've been really.
No. You've been doing.
I've been acting like a victim of you. That's true. I act like a victim of you. I act like you're too mean to me. I act like you're harsh on me.
Okay, whatever. I don't want to hear your big speeches. Okay, now you are clear about this, right?
To myself, because I'm not clear to the stream. But you mean personally? Am I clear about this?
All right. So you don't understand basic English sentences. It's all runaround.
It's not a runaround.
It's all a runaround. So you're saying you're exhausted on a level that almost no other human being on earth has ever experienced. And what I'm going to do is when that person who's that exhausted says, "Are you clear about that?" What you're going to do is cause me to have to clarify.
I'm sorry. I'll stop it. I'll stop it. I'll stop it. I'll stop
Now
it.
you're going to get crazy and make me feel crazy. It never ends.
I love you very much, and I'm sorry that I'm acting like this. I'm clear that I have been crazy. I am clear about that. I was crazy yesterday. I was super crazy. I thought I totally could never do anything with you ever again. I really did mean that, and I'm sorry for being self-indulgent.
Okay, so let's try it again. Are you clear about that?
Yes.
Okay, is that hard to answer?
No.
Was it hard to answer when I asked it a couple minutes ago?
No.
So why did you answer it that way?
Because I am running around.
Okay, so what you decided to do, or whatever, couldn't help but doing, is exhaust an exhausted person who's asking you whether you're clear. They're exhausted.
Yes.
Okay, this borders on utter insanity, don't you think?
Yes,
In a
I
minor
do.
way.
Yep.
All right.
Yes.
Now, what situation does that put you in?
That puts me in a situation where I'm kind of saying like, okay, I'm being extremely defensive, even though I know that like, I know you're.
No, we don't need a big speech. It puts you in a worse situation. Why?
Because I did something worse to you. Like I've been running you around.
I made an exhausted person, an utterly exhausted person, more exhausted, who was asking for you to clarify that you've exhausted him.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Now you're in a little bit of a deeper hole than you were in before.
Yeah.
Guess what you can do now?
Freak out about that and despair?
Yeah. And who did you see do that over and over, over and over, and over and over, and over and over, and over and over, and over and over, over and over, and 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 over and over again?
The answer is
For
yes,
4
wireless
years.
god.
Mom.
Okay. And how did you feel about when your mother did that? Over.
The answer is yes.
and
By the way,
over
guys, if you like the content, if you like my coverage, please consider
over again.
subscribing.
I felt like
superchatting,
it
or
was
becoming a
crazy.
member.
Like she was crazy, and every day I was like, maybe I can't.
No. How
Stardust
did
needs two guys. Okay.
I felt like she was crazy. No. How did that make you feel to have someone do that?
I was really angry at her.
Right, because you think it is what type of behavior? Good, medium, or horrendous?
Horrendous.
Okay, and yet you're doing it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you have a problem. But so far, for the better part of a decade, what have you done as an alternative? What has your response been to her doing that towards me?
All right, I'm back. Got some water.
It's like a combination of.
quick.
Look at me acting like such a retard on the stream. Oh, praise the Lord, I'm not gonna do this again to myself. Praise Jesus, yeah. Praise the Lord. Eh, child. Praise Jesus that he has rescued you, eh? Praise God. Hallelujah. Stardust. Hello.
Hey. Hello. Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Well,
I'm doing much better now that I decided to stop being a liar.
What were you a liar about?
I was a liar that I was like a little girl. I'm not.
Okay.
I tricked all y'all. I'm so good at it, bro. I'm so good at it. I'm such a good manipulator. The FBI should hire me. I am so good at it.
Okay, well, I mean, I can't dispute that. I don't know enough about you. I guess my main thing is that I wanted to talk to you. I watched that interaction with you and your dad where he kicked you.
Sure.
Yeah. What happened prior to that made him so upset?
I would say that was the culmination of about a year and a half of this online thing where, I mean, Lav was helpful. She was describing it as splitting, where I sort of do this thing where, like, I idolize him in private and then, like, kind of kick him down in public and act like I'm scared of him when I'm not. And it's very unhealthy and it's extremely frustrating to do to somebody. And he has been patient with me about it, but I think he finally reached his limit. And, I'm glad that it's over because I don't want to do that anymore. I want that out of my life. It's like the ultimate, like, it was like a kick in the ass, like a literal kick in the ass to me to say, like, get your shit together, figure out what the you're doing. You're worth more than this. You're worth more than pretending you're the victim of somebody who you love. You're worth more than that. You've got more talent. You've got more gifts to share with everybody. Drop this.
Okay, so what I saw, I don't think I saw you. Okay, I haven't watched a whole lot of you, but from what I've seen, you've never come off as like you're portraying yourself to be a victim. When people
Stardust, Liz, I'll let you look at me on this stream. Look at me, acting like such a. I'm so unhappy. You fell for it. You fell for the gag.
Grace, okay, great. Yeah, no problem. So when I have a problem with your father, it's not based on your behavior. It's based on his behavior. And his behavior alone. It's not, there's nothing that you can do that would influence me whether I have a problem with your father's behavior.
Well, what do you mean? Like, what do you have a problem with?
Okay, so for example, when I watched that stream where he kicked you, he wanted you to come from upstairs to downstairs, right?
Yeah.
Okay, why did he want you to come downstairs?
Because he wanted his daughter back. He wanted to offer me like, okay, just drop this thing. We can be friends. We can be buddies. Just drop this thing where you're like acting like you're scared of me, and we can like work together. And I feel like, you know, he said he had separation anxiety. He wanted me downstairs. He wanted me to be with him, and he just wanted to say like, okay, let's just stop the craziness. Let's stop the craziness.
And what was the craziness
And he wanted
prior
food.
to that?
He did want food, and he was also cold. That is also true.
He was cold.
He wanted me to turn the heat up.
He was cold. Is he unable to turn the heat up himself?
No, but I like doing it for him. I will in the future like doing it for him.
What happened when you tried to ask him about the food situation?
I think I said I had to go get food, and he said like, just come down here and we'll work it out from there.
He got upset with you, didn't he? Okay.
He did.
So he got upset with you there. Okay.
Yeah.
After that, you went down.
Because I was acting like a retard.
Okay, you were just asking about food, though.
Yeah, but I was asking a question I knew the answer to, and it pissed him off.
I don't know about that. It seems like a reasonable question to me that you were asking. But that's neither here nor there.
That is because I do not fault you for it. I'm a great manipulator, and I ask what seems to other people to be normal questions when in fact me and him have worked out the food situation, and I know when he says, I'm hungry, can you come downstairs and we'll work something out, that he's not saying to me, can you ask me questions about what food we're gonna get? He's saying, let's do it together. I know that's how he works, but I present it as if it's just a normal question because I'm an abusive I'm a manipulator.
That's such an overreaction to a simple question. Even if you knew the answer, he could have been like, well, you know the answer to that. Just come downstairs. Right? Instead, he got upset with you. He got upset with you.
He was frustrated. He was right to be frustrated. Do you have any idea how long a year and 14 months to be publicly humiliated in front of other people is? It's crazy.
Sure, okay. Okay, we'll get there.
I'm not faulting you. I'm not faulting you.
Okay.
I'm not faulting you at all for falling for it. I'm a good manipulator, but I am a liar.
Look, I just kind of want to handle what happened on that stream specifically, okay? So after you went down there, and you said he was cold, right? You went down there, and where were you sitting? What were you sitting on?
A bed.
A bed, okay. And he was on the same bed, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's his
All right.
bed.
So then you said that you weren't comfortable being on camera, and then he said that he's
I said
safer.
in general. I'm not comfortable being on camera. Like, I wasn't saying literally.
Okay, what was his response to that?
I think he said that makes me that's a sign that I'm abusive.
Okay, and he said that he feels safer on camera with you than off camera?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because on camera, I'm held accountable to what I do, because he can go back and say, like, you did this, this is what you said to me privately, and this is what you did on stream. Like, there's something really off here. And so he feels better when it's on stream, because then he can go back to it, whereas when it's off stream, it's, I can gaslight, I can manipulate, and, he is, he's good at resisting that, but I am very good at manipulating, so...
Okay, so then you are turning towards him when you're talking to him, right? And what happens then when you turn towards him to talk to him?
He said that we had agreed that we would look at the camera instead and look at chat, and I looked at him instead, so he got pissed off again, which is fair.
Okay, so so far he's gotten pissed off at least 3 times at you, right? If not more.
Absolutely.
Okay. And it seems to me...
By all rights, this man should rip me limb from limb for what I've done to him. Like, by all rights, I have absolutely, publicly humiliated him and acted like I'm, like his little victim child,
I understand,
and it's
Grace,
disgusting.
Can we have this conversation without you justifying everything? I want to go through this. I want you to see what I'm seeing, and then you can say your explanation for him. Is that okay?
Yeah, but I'm just saying that in order to understand his reactions and what I'm doing, you have to understand the context. You just have to understand it, because by itself, it looks bad. I'll admit, it looks bad. It does look bad.
All right. So 3 times at least so far during that stream, he gets mad at you. Then after him getting mad at you for looking at him when you're talking to him instead of looking at the screen, you say yeah to him, and he gets mad again, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Why is he mad about you saying yeah?
Because he doesn't want me to be disrespectful to him.
So saying yeah instead of yes is disrespectful.
It can be when you use it a certain way, and I was using it a certain way, and I was being disrespectful, yeah.
Was that disrespectful right now when you said yeah?
No, because you're not my father.
Okay. All right.
But in a normal context, he'd be fine with me saying yeah. But at the time, I was being very disrespectful, so he wanted me to show it just by, using language that was respectful and kind of like calming myself down and, showing respect. And I kept not doing that.
You seem pretty calm to me. You seem pretty calm to me in that.
I was not. I was absolutely not. I'm telling you from my experience, like, if I watch myself, I was like, in my head, it was crazy.
Okay. All right. Next thing. Then he says that you've been perpetuating lies about him on the internet through your behavior, not through your words, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I defend him with my words, but through my behavior, which is more important, really. I show that I at least on stream, I show that I'm afraid of him, that I feel like he's like judging me all the time, that he's basically an abusive person, and that I don't feel free. That's why everybody's been saying like save Grace.
Is your father a body language expert?
What do you think?
No, I don't think he is. I honestly don't think body language experts are real, but I guess I want to go back to the
I can kind of
part.
agree with you on that. Yeah, it's kind of common sense.
Everybody has different body language, and it's not going to be universal, and it makes no sense to me why he is claiming that you're perpetuating lies about him when you haven't said those lies. Secondly, I guess maybe you can tell me exactly how.
Do you think that you can't like show something through your actions that you don't express through your words?
You can, but with the things that you do on camera, it doesn't seem. There's no reason for me to think that you would be perpetuating lies through your actions.
Well, but you would not really know, right? Because you don't know you don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, but you're not
But
spreading a lie.
wouldn't you have to say there's some kind of a cognitive dissonance if with my words I say like, oh, he's great, and then with my actions I kind of imply that I'm afraid of him, that like he shuts me down, that I don't feel equal to him, that he's judgmental, that he's mean. Wouldn't you say that there's some kind of a lie there? Either I do think he's great and I'm acting like this, or I don't think he's great and I'm acting in a way that
I don't think so. So when I look at you and I look at your actions, you seem like you're very loving of your father. When I look at him, I see him doing those things. And that's why I form that opinion. Your actions is not informing my opinion of him.
Well, but you're watching my response to him. For example, when he kicked me, I had laughed, that would inform your response, your attitude, your interpretation of what he did.
It might inform it a little bit, but your reaction to that was involuntary.
I was shocked. It didn't hurt, but I was shocked. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go back to the yeah part. Can you explain exactly why, to me, it's disrespectful for you to say yeah instead of yes to your father?
I would say that generally it's not a big deal, but when we're in this situation where I've been disrespectful, he's trying to say like, okay, just show your respect through saying this, just saying yes, which is more respectful. I mean, you wouldn't say yeah in a courtroom, right? You'd say yes. So like show some respect through your words and we can calm down together and we can go from there.
But he's not, you guys are not in a courtroom together.
No.
He's not a judge, right?
That wasn't my point. If you were following my point was that yes is more respectful than yeah, and so if he wants me to show respect and I'm saying like supposedly I want to be respectful, he's saying here's a way you can show me respect, just say yes instead of yeah. Don't be so like casual with your language with me, just to show that you want to respect me, and then we can go from there.
Okay, but he asked you to come downstairs and you went downstairs. He asked you to turn away from him and look at the camera and you did that. And he has problem with you saying yeah.
But I also
instead of yes.
I also didn't do both of those things. I'll tell you what, Stardust, it's very subtle. It is very subtle. I don't fault you for not being able to see this. It's extremely subtle because I did go downstairs, but he said, "Can you please come down right now?" And I didn't. I waited like 5 minutes and I asked him questions that I knew the answer to.
5 minutes is fine. 5 minutes is not making him wait for a long time at all, really.
Well, but you don't have a very close relationship. If somebody you were close to said, "Can you please come here right now?" you would go there right now. You wouldn't wait 5 minutes.
You would, yeah.
Unless you had to, unless you absolutely had to. Unless you absolutely had to. So it's a sign of rebelliousness. And you can say like a woman shouldn't submit to a man or I shouldn't submit to him, but I'm saying I want to listen to you, and so he tells me to do something, and I wait just long enough to do it that it doesn't look super disrespectful, but to him it really hurts him because he's asking me something and I'm not doing it right away.
I agree with you that you submit to people that you love. I have no problem with that. But I think that 5 minutes, anything could have been happening in those 5 minutes. If I would be upset if it were 10 minutes or 15 minutes, but 5 minutes is completely normal to me for somebody to wait. I just don't. But I still don't understand the whole part.
But it was
about
on. But it was
yes.
on. It was on stream. It was on stream. The 5 minutes were spent asking him questions that I knew the answer to. It's just a sign. It's
to that.
Well, but you have to understand, it's been a year and a half of me acting like this on stream, and he was extremely frustrated with it, which is perfectly understandable. Of course he should be frustrated.
But what acting like this? What does acting like this mean?
Being cold to him and not listening to him on stream and acting like I'm afraid of him, and then off stream being super clingy and idolizing him, and like, either way, I'm not saying one is right. They're both kind of disrespectful of him as a person. It's just like not giving him the space that he deserves as like just a fellow human being. Just say like, you're not God and you're also not evil.
But he has
14 months of that.
He has a problem with you saying yeah versus yes, but he doesn't want you to idolize him.
Yeah, he wants me, if I'm acting crazy and rebellious, he wants me to show some basic respect through language. And normally he wouldn't ask that. It would just be like, he doesn't enjoy doing that. He wants me to just be able to communicate with him like a normal person. But when I'm super out there, which I know I was mentally, I was like super, I don't know what you call it, dissociating or like just spiraling mentally. It's a way to bring me back to say like, you can show that you love me. I know you love me. Just show that you love me by doing this, and then we can go from there. I think it's actually a generous thing to offer.
Here's the thing, Grace. All of these problems that he has with you are directly in conflict with each other, right? He wants you to be respectful of him, but don't treat him like a god. He wants you to come downstairs.
That's not in conflict with each other. Those things are in conflict with each other.
Let me finish. Let me finish what I'm saying, right? He wants you to respect him like a father, right? But he's upset that you didn't come down immediately and that you asked a question that he thinks that you should know the answer to. He wants you to come down immediately, but he can't wait for 5 minutes. He's a grown man, right?
Okay, so first of all, you said that his requests of me, or what he expects from me, is conflictual. Number one, asking somebody to respect you, like wanting respect from another human being. I wouldn't say, like, I said yes when you said, like, as a father. Of course he does want respect in the sense that he is my father and you should give a certain amount of respect to a father. But also, he mostly wants me to just, because we're both adults, like, not so much the daddy-daughter thing and more so just, like, two adults who respect each other. But that's not conflictual with saying, like, don't idolize me, don't turn me into God and then be upset when I'm not God. That's not conflictual.
Okay, fine. Okay, so let me just count this for you. We have him being mad that you waited 5 minutes. We have him being mad that you didn't want to be, you made a comment about not wanting to be on camera. We have him mad about you turning your head towards him instead of turning towards the screen. We have him mad at you because you said yeah instead of yes. And we have him mad at you so far for perpetuating lies on the internet through your behavior. That's 5 things so far in this conversation, okay? I'm not finished with this. I'm not finished with this list, okay? So.
Absolutely.
He asks you if it's time to correct the lies, right? And what happens when you say, yes, it's time to correct the lies?
I don't remember it word for word. I don't know what happened after.
He gets mad at you for not saying it loud enough.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that's true. I with him in multiple subtle ways. I'm sure I did say it. I do remember I mumbled.
Yeah. This seems like nitpicking to me at this point, but okay. Then, after that...
It can seem like nitpicking, but if somebody's with you in very subtle ways, you have to nitpick. You have to point it out, like you're doing this.
Okay. He'd been brutalized.
Stardust, let me ask you a question. Okay, I'll let you keep going, but let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen me interact with my dad the way I'm interacting with you right now?
Occasionally. Maybe.
But not very much, right?
Like, not a whole lot.
I'm not trying to trap you in anything. Okay, so what I'm saying is I'm treating you with the level of respect that, I mean, it's like, obviously we have less intimacy because you're not my mother or, like, we're not related. But I'm treating you with a level of respect where I'm saying, like, I'll push back on you, but I'll also let you talk. I'm not afraid of you, and I'm also not like idolizing you. Okay, so what he wants is basically the amount of respect that I'm showing you. He would be glad for that. You yourself say you haven't seen me interact with him the way I interact with you, which is my point. My point is that is what he wants, and you personally have not seen me give the same level of respect I give to you to him. Respect doesn't mean worshiping. It just means giving another person space as an adult.
I understand that. But I think that's kind of like, I think that's kind of getting away from my point here, right? So he says that he's been brutalized.
But I'm just making like an overall point. Sure. Like, you can understand that, right? So like, if we were partners, and I treated you the way I treat my dad instead of the way I'm treating you now, you might get frustrated over time and say like, why do you keep doing this to me?
I don't think I would nitpick you over saying yeah instead of yes. I don't think I would nitpick you over not saying something loud enough when I could clearly hear you. But the next part...
But if I did that repeatedly over time, you would, at a certain point.
I would maybe ask, to you to speak louder. But, I don't know about that. Because it seemed like such a subtle thing, such a minor thing to get upset about. But... next part in this conversation is he claims he's been brutalized by a combination of your mother, his mother, and you, right? Okay. And then he says that you're acting like a victim and that you sound like you're reciting a rehearsed speech, right? He gets mad at you for that. How can you control that you sound like you are speaking a rehearsed speech? In what way can you control that?
Because if it was natural and I really meant it, I would just say it in a non-rehearsed sounding way. I'm purposefully, like, it's hard to define. I'm not purposefully in the sense that I'm literally consciously choosing to do this, but I have an attitude towards him where I want to make him look bad because I want to distance myself from him. And so what I do is sort of, there is a way where you can, sound like you're rehearsing something that he told me to say, and I could also say it in a totally different way that would portray a different emotion. Let me explain something. I just want to explain something to you, though. They are real emotions. Like, I really do get locked up, and I really do, like, have a problem communicating. But the reason why is not because I'm afraid of him. It's because he's calling out the fact that I'm acting totally different on stream than how I act off stream. And that's confusing for the viewers because, of course, they don't know how I act off stream. So he's calling me out of that. I feel embarrassed and ashamed. That's why I lock up. But I don't want to admit that I'm embarrassed. So I make him look bad instead by acting afraid of him. Now, does this all happen on a sort of subconscious level and it's really difficult to work out? Yes, but it's also like, it just was very helpful when Lav just said, like, it's this splitting thing. It's just treating somebody differently one way or the other, idolizing or like trashing them, and it's wrong to do to somebody.
It very well could be the case. Let's say, maybe you do treat him completely different stream, right? It could very well be the case that you are manipulative or whatever, right? That doesn't change that what we see on stream and what we are informed by are the ways that Ben talks to you and the way that he treats you. That is what I'm blaming, not blaming. That is what I'm informing my opinion off of, right? So just to continue this conversation about the conversation you had, he says that he says that he's been brutalized by 3 women in his life. He says that you're acting like a victim and you sound like you have a rehearsed speech. And then he asks you how you feel and you say it embarrasses you, right?
Yeah.
And he says you being embarrassed is you wanting to be viewed as a victim.
Yeah, I would say that's true.
How?
I don't take accountability. I want people to feel bad for me. I don't take accountability.
Okay.
I mean, it's natural to feel embarrassed, but when somebody's calling you out and you're wrong, to act like you're a baby, to act like you're like a victim of that instead of like taking accountability and saying like, I f***ed up, I need to fix that. That is like not fair to do to somebody.
So then he says that he says verbatim, you should be effing ashamed of yourself. And then he gets upset with you for making him have to clarify. What did he need to clarify?
I think that he said, do you understand what I'm saying? I don't remember exactly what he said, but he said, I forget the exact wording. He said something, I knew what he meant, but I went on a tangent about it. And then he said, did you really need me to clarify that? And I said, no. And he got upset about that too. That's correct.
Okay,
Something
that
like
seems like, again, a really minor thing for him to nitpick on. And then he, towards the end of this conversation, he sees you getting teary, right? And what does he do to that? He gets mad at you for getting teary, right? He starts making fun of you. And
Yes.
then you hold back your tears, and then he makes fun of you for that as well, right?
Yes. Well, I mean,
So-
I don't know about making fun, but basically.
Yeah, he mocks you for it. In that situation, what could you have done that would have made him satisfied?
I'll be honest, in that particular situation, well, I think what I could have done is I could have said, all right, I'm going to stop all this stuff. I don't know, like, it's hard going back and saying, could I have done something different? But ideally, I think what I would have said was, look, Dad, you're right. I treat you way different off stream than I do on stream, and I just feel embarrassed because you're calling me out on it. I'm not a victim of you. We can have a conversation about this. I'll admit that I do treat you way different off stream, and that you're just getting frustrated because I've been doing this to you for a year, like, what, 14 months
So
you've been
that's
on
a
the
little
internet?
bit. What I'm asking is, you getting teary. That's involuntary, right?
I could control it if I wanted to.
But in that moment,
look, I'm crying because I'm
in that moment. Was it voluntary or involuntary?
It's kind of in between, to be honest.
Okay, so then,
If I really wanted to not cry, if I really wanted to not cry, I would have not cried. But the reason I wanted to cry, like, it's okay to say, yeah, I wanted to cry. I felt bad for myself because I felt humiliated, which I was because he was calling out something that I do, you know, that I've been lying about to my audience. So it's fine.
Well,
like, I was,
yeah, we'll get
like,
there.
I
We'll
was
get there. But okay, I understand that you wanted to cry. Does that make it voluntary though? Like you felt like you wanted to cry because you were feeling humiliated, right? You getting teary-eyed, that seems involuntary. That's an involuntary, like, physical response to how you're feeling, right?
I guess most of the time, yeah, you can use tears to manipulate, but yeah.
But in
most
that
of the time.
moment, was it? In that moment, was it?
I don't know. I would say it's somewhere in between.
Okay, and then you hold back your tears, and he says that's even better for you, that he's mad at you.
Yeah.
What I see in that moment is that you cannot win in that moment. If you get teary, he gets mad at you. If you hold back your tears, he gets mad at you. He would have been mad at you if you hadn't been teary at all. There's nothing in that
No, I
conversation.
don't think that's true.
He got mad at you for
He wanted me to be honest. He wanted me to be honest, and I was lying.
Getting teary has nothing to do with you being honest.
Well, it's an expression of an emotion I was feeling, but I
you
made
can be
it look
honest.
like I was feeling.
You can be honest while
Sorry?
still having tears. You can be honest while still having tears, right?
Yeah, and I should have been honest. The tears were from embarrassment at him calling me out, and not from him being mean to me, which is what I made it look like.
That's how can you make that look different? How would you make that look different? There's no way to make that look
You wouldn't
different.
make it look different. You would just explain what it is, the reason that I want to cry.
I think you're holding yourself to standards that no human being could ever fulfill. So let me just go through this one more time with you really quick, okay? He got mad at you for being upstairs and not coming down quick enough. He got mad at you for saying that you didn't want to be on camera. He got mad at you for turning and looking towards him when you were talking to him.
Okay, but that's not quite true. He didn't get mad at me. He said that's an example of what, like, the problem here. That's not quite the same as getting mad at somebody. You get what I'm saying? That's not the same thing.
He got irritated at you, at the very least. He got irritated, he got mad at you for turning and looking at him when he was speaking to you versus looking at the screen. He said he wanted you to look at the screen. He got upset with you for saying yeah instead of yes, saying it was disrespectful. He got mad at you for saying, but he got mad at you for perpetuating lies about him on the internet through your behavior. He got mad at you for not saying it's time to correct the lies loud enough. He got mad claiming that he's been brutalized by all three women in his life. There's no common denominator there. It couldn't possibly be him. He gets mad at you for acting like a victim. He gets mad at you
I don't know
for
if he got mad
sounding
about
like...
that. That was just something he said, but
He got mad at you for sounding like you had a rehearsed speech. He gets mad at you for making him clarify. That's 10 so far. 11. He gets mad at you for getting teary. That's 12. He gets mad at you for holding back your tears. That's 13. It's insane. That's an insane conversation.
I don't believe that the number of times you get mad at somebody indicates that you're in the wrong. It depends what you get mad at them about and why. You could get mad at somebody 100,000 times in a conversation. If your anger is justified because they're doing something wrong, they may not mean to do it, but if your anger is justified, it doesn't matter how many times you get angry.
Okay. Sure, that's fine. I understand that. But what I saw in that conversation is that he would ask you something or he would say something, and you could not have a single reply or a single answer. You could not make a single reply or answer to him without him having a problem with it. That's what I saw.
That's not true. I could have been honest. I was lying to cover up the fact that I was embarrassed that he was calling me out. And if I had been honest, maybe it wasn't possible in that moment for me to be honest because of the psychology or whatever. It's hard to say if you go back, what could you have done? But in that moment, I could have been honest.
Okay. That's fine if you believe that, but I just want to point out to you that that stream, you were embarrassed, rightfully so, because he was trying to humiliate you on that stream. Even if he was trying to get you to say the truth, as you say, he was trying to also humiliate you on stream. Now that your father has been put behind bars, what do you do to make yourself feel better? You humiliate yourself on stream. You start writing on yourself, you call yourself a liar, you write that you're a slut, you then erase the slut and you replace it with future good girl. So you have learned from your father.
I don't find that humiliating.
You say that, but
no, I don't find it humiliating. If I was
Okay.
like spreading my legs and showing my pussy to everybody, that would be humiliating, but writing on myself is not humiliating.
Calling yourself a slut, writing slut on your forehead?
I mean it in the sense that like I'm a slut, like I would rather suck and be connected to a man than I'd rather be a slut than be alone. That's what I mean. So like the good kind of slut.
Why are you pinning comments about curry while I'm on the stream with you?
I put up some chats.
Also, what is this fixation on blowjobs that you have?
I think I have an oral fixation.
Why?
I'm just saying like, okay, you could say a guy, but I'm just saying like in a way, okay, and I don't mean to get too gross, but like I think like sucking is sort of like a way of like really affirming masculinity and saying like I really love you and your like, you know, your most tender parts in a way. So it's kind of like it's a good metaphor.
Okay. I guess what I would ask next is what was this whole conversation you had with your dad? You were embarrassed to talk about something. What were you embarrassed and refusing to talk about with your dad?
I don't think I wasn't like, I think you're referencing something that I said I did 2 days ago, which was like I broke his trust and like it's a private way, but like it was like a really, really, really bad thing to do, and I really f***ed up.
Okay. Is it so f***ed up that you deserve a conversation where you can't have a single answer to him without him having a problem with you, getting mad at you and nitpicking you?
I think you're assuming that there was no way for me to like make him proud, and I could have made him proud by being honest. And I own that, and
I don't think so. Again, even towards the end, right?
Do you
before
think
he
I'm
kicks
making?
you.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you think I'm making him proud tonight?
You
in his jail cell, if he could get a snapshot of me doing this stream, do you think he'd be proud?
He might be. He might be because you're writing on yourself and he's, kind of sick in the head. But
it's called content, Stardust.
No,
writing on yourself is not a big deal. What is wrong with women call themselves women? First of all, calling yourself a slut is not a big deal. Being a slut is more of a big deal. Literally, almost every female online is a slut. I'm not saying I'm not literally hoeing myself out. I'm just saying I like to call myself a slut because there's positive elements to being a slut. What are you talking about?
Okay,
this fucking like I was rewatching let me just say this. I was rewatching the Destiny thing and people were saying like that the whole Hormaxer licking panties thing was a big deal. Bro! Half of these people are having like outside of marriage with dudes, with girls. They're like they know girls who do OnlyFans like on the regular, and they're saying like licking a band of panties. This is just moral outrage. It doesn't make any sense, Stardust.
Okay, my question to you then would be, what is the difference between a woman who has an OnlyFans and posts pictures of herself on OnlyFans for other people's pleasure, and a woman who has a stream who writes on her own body and calls herself things slut and liar for other people's pleasure? What's the difference?
Well, I would say on the one hand, one is
you're
like
degrading yourself.
art.
You're degrading yourself for their enjoyment. You are, yeah.
No, I don't think if you saw a performance artist in a museum writing slut on her face, you'd say she's degrading herself. You're just using this for me because you have some kind of weird category for me, but...
You're not a performance artist.
What do you think I'm doing right now, Stardust?
You
I'm giving a
can't...
performance.
I'm sorry, Grace, you can... I know this as a streamer, you cannot lie about who you fundamentally are for 6 hours straight.
No, I'm not saying I'm lying. I'm saying I'm performing.
You're not.
You don't think when I say to laugh, like, hey, yo, mama was good, you don't think I'm performing?
In
I'm
a
giving
moment,
a show. If I wasn't on camera, I wouldn't be performing.
You can't.
Anything I do where I know I'm on camera, I'm performing, and so are you. You're
can't
performing.
Claim.
That doesn't mean lying.
It can be performative, but usually, even if it's performative, it's an inflation of the way that you see yourself, or it's an inflation of the way that you treat yourself. Right? Did I freeze or did she freeze?
I think I froze. I'm sorry. I'm back.
Okay.
I agree it's an inflation of the way you see yourself. You can't just lie and create a totally... Even when actors take parts, they're basically themselves in that part. You can't, like, lie about who you are. I agree with you. It's leaning into it. It's playing up certain aspects. It's a performative expression of yourself. I agree. Nicolas Cage for $4.99 says, Stardust woke moralizer. Thank you, Nicolas Cage, for the $5. But, I mean, we agree. We don't have a problem about the performance art thing.
I don't think there's a huge difference between you humiliating yourself on stream for people's joy, between that and an OnlyFans girl also degrading herself on camera for other
then
people's
you're
joy.
retarded. Writing something on yourself in Sharpie marker is way different than showing your
You're
pussy
calling
to people
yourself
on
a
camera.
whore. You're saying that your dad was justified.
Calling myself a whore is not close to spreading my legs on OnlyFans. It's not close,
Wait a minute.
Stardust.
Wait, pause.
Can
for a
we
second.
agree on this?
Pause
It's
for-
not close.
I will explain to you why it's similar. You are okay with your father humiliating you on stream, and you say he's justified in humiliating you on stream multiple times. That last stream that I'm talking about, that's not even the first time that that's happened. You have let your father humiliate you on stream for content multiple times.
Yes, okay. Performative humiliation to get to a better place.
It's not performative humiliation.
I think that's
you were truly humiliation. You were truly humiliated. You were truly humiliated.
Yes,
you
but
were
I was
cheering.
also on camera.
You were on camera. That doesn't make it not real.
Look, there's different types of humiliation. Sometimes somebody needs a kick in the ass. You can be humiliated in the army and somebody can say, get your ass together. You're fat. You're out of shape. Get in the barracks or whatever and clean the latrine, and you're humiliated. You can't just say like, oh, that's the same thing as if that person went on OnlyFans and jerked off on camera. That's not the same thing.
No,
There's different types of humiliation.
If anything, encouraging or justifying your dad humiliating you on stream multiple times over years, encouraging or justifying your dad encouraging others to humiliate you on stream over years, these are things that I actually view as more degrading than somebody on OnlyFans in control of their own life doing content in the form of pictures.
Well, then you're retarded.
Okay, that's fine, but
if you saw a picture of you see a picture of me with this, and you see a picture of my pussy, and you say they're the same thing, you're retarded. I don't know what to tell you.
It's not the same thing. When you.
It's not even close. It's not even close.
It's not the same thing. When you justify people humiliating you and degrading you on stream, yes, it's worse. It's worse to me. And look,
how being corrected publicly is and being humiliated from that? Humiliation is not always wrong. Do you think? Wait. Let me ask you a question.
You're right. You're right. Humiliation is not always wrong. But when your dad makes a habit of turning it into content and humiliating multiple people, especially you, for content, yes, it's wrong.
But not if I agree to it. Not if I say I need a kick in the ass. Sometimes I need a strong kick in the ass. I need to be humiliated so that I get my together. There's nothing wrong with that. There'd be nothing wrong if I went to boot camp and I got my ass kicked by the guy in charge, whatever, the lieutenant or whatever, and I made it into content and I streamed it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, look,
I think what you're picking up on is the fact that I've acted like I don't want him to do this on stream, which I have acted like. There's nothing wrong with you.
How can you change the way that you act? How can you change the way that you act? How could you
I could say
possibly
like,
act
yeah,
differently?
goddamn right. I've got evil in me. I've got Satan. Like, he's like whispering things to me. You're right. You're right. I can be assertive and dominant and like respectful the way I'm being with you, instead of doing this weird thing where I turn him into this psycho daddy Satan devil angel thing. Okay, it's understandable that I did it. It's understandable people fell for it and they thought he's manipulating her to feel like this about him. He's not. It's a bad pattern I got from my mom. I'm sorry. Look, dono, I have to read the donos. $5 from Nicolas Cage. Lose weight before you criticize anyone again, Stardust.
Thanks, person with whatever. I think there was like one last thing. Let me see. Okay. Oh, look, I think that's all I can say. I just want to say, I know it sounds like I'm like being hard on you. I truly just want, I want both of you guys to move on and move on to better. And move on to better for yourselves and have like some self-dignity, some self-respect. And it makes me sad.
I believe you. I'm all about it. I believe you. I believe you.
It makes me sad. It makes me sad to see somebody who is so talented at entertaining people doing this to themselves and justifying other people doing this to them.
I agree. I agree. No more. The self-worth that I have to say the best I can do is acting like a little manipulated baby is trash. I have way more to offer people. I'm super good looking. I'm super talented. I'm quick. I'm witty. I'm smart. I love life. I have way more to offer. I'm so sick of like putting my self-worth so low that that's the only entertainment I can provide is kind of acting like a victim of this guy in my life. And everybody who, wait, just one thing. Everybody who told me like, well, if you're such a victim, you should leave him. They were right. They were right. If I actually really thought that if I actually was really doing that and I really felt like I was a victim of him, I should have left. So those people were right.
People stay in abusive relationships for decades. They stay in abusive relationships their entire lives. They'll die in those abusive relationships. So that I don't understand your reasoning there. But
that's true, but if that happens, then they're letting themselves do it. Like, I don't really feel bad for them.
Okay. I just want to say, if you need anything, if you want to have a conversation again, let me know. I appreciate you talking with me, and I do wish you the best, and I would just encourage in the future, if you can take away anything from this conversation, just like think about all those interactions with your dad leading up until that moment. And think about whether there would be any feasible way for you to actually make him satisfied in those interactions. Okay? Think to yourself, self-reflect, okay? Thank you for having me on.
Wait, can I ask you something really quick before you go?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, so just really quick. I wrote I heart and I drew a penis on myself earlier. Do you love penis?
It depends on the
men
penis.
and their penises?
It depends on the penis.
But in general, do you love men and their penises?
Honestly, I think penises look really unaesthetic. They're not good looking at all.
No, but do you love men and what they have to offer?
I love men. I don't like their penises. I think they look ugly. So, yeah.
Boo! Man-hater, get her off the stage!
Okay, yeah, I'm totally a man-hater. That's totally what this is. Okay, fuck, where's my camera? Here I am. Okay, just one second. If you guys like the content, please consider subscribing, super chatting, becoming a member. I hope you are happy with my performance there. Star, my girlfriend is threatening to leave me for you. These people don't know anything, Lamau. What, Chase? Star, you're beautiful. Don't listen to that idiot. No problem. I appreciate it. You did great, Star. I think you did great. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I stayed with an abusive narcissist for 15 years. So sad. Last second own, Grace won the whole conversation. Yeah, totally. That's totally how that works. It's totally how it works. Abaddon, thank you so much for becoming a supporter. Only so much you can do for someone like her. Good job, Star. Thank you. Neelis, thank you. Power to you for dealing with the crazy for that long. Thank you. Laura Shark says, you did great. It's just a shame her brain can't comprehend what you were trying to say. It's okay. Hopefully she will walk away from that conversation and she'll like do some inner reflection and, other stuff. So, yeah. Just got back, but it seems like there was a debate. A little bit. Kind of. Not really a debate so much as a conversation. Grace just told a lot of lies for someone that says she shouldn't lie. Boo, man-hater. So true. So true. She probably won't reflect, yeah. If it just allows her to look at one interaction with her dad, it could help a lot, yeah. It's sad. It's really sad because all I could see in that interaction was her. There's nothing that she could do in that interaction to make her father happy. There really wasn't. How old is she? He's had her alone since she was 15. And then they had her brother. They teamed up against him. So he probably didn't get much to her. Yeah, it's very sad. When you're lying for your and then you believe the lies. Good night, Glitterbell. Thank you for hanging out. You won't get through to her unless her audience is gone, by the way. Yeah, it's really sad. Yeah, I think her audience is filled with a bunch of fetishists who like get off to seeing her getting by her dad. Neela says she may or may not come around. My sister was in an abusive relationship that took about 12 years to get her out of. That's so sad. Grace kicked you, called the cops on her, $2. Very funny. People toss around cope, but this is textbook victim defense, yeah. What did Ben go to jail for? I'm a little behind Stardust. He went to jail for kicking Grace. I covered it earlier in this, but it's super up. Like you can see her like very much impacted heavily when he kicks her. Did I learn Star thinks wieners are ugly? Here's the real secret, okay? All wieners are ugly to all women until they fall in love with you, okay? I think she might be more receptive to a man telling her this, sadly. Yeah, maybe. She does have mother issues, right? Grace has been groomed. She's not going to look at people saying Ben bad and be like, you know what? You're right. My bad. I'll hate him now. The focus should be on why he was arrested, in my opinion. Fuck, I forgot to ask her what about him kicking her was a bit. I forgot to ask her that. Because that was one of her things that she kept saying too, is it was a bit. There is nothing about that was a bit. They're ugly to men too, don't worry. I'm Mexican, so half my family is in abusive relationships. That's the way it is in Mexico. It's sad, yeah. Tense. Ben kicked Grace like an old person kicks a cat after it scratches them. Yeah, I don't know. It's very sad. It's very sad. But yeah, I did want to ask her about that. Fuck, I can't believe I forgot to ask her what exactly made that a bit. Because, yeah, she was just... But you know what? I was satisfied with the rest of the conversation. Thank you for... Thank you for letting me know, Trigger Man. Stardust, you got to cover Brianna Whale liking trans trad wife memes on Twitter next stream. Sounds good. It was definitely a bit depressing. I don't know about a bit, though. Yeah. There's a lot of curry talk. Easy to get distracted. Yeah, while I was on stream with her, apparently she was pinning, like, comments in her chat that were about curry or whatever. So, but yeah, chat. If you like the content, please consider subscribing, super chatting, becoming a member. This is how I make my income. So any and all subs and super chats are greatly appreciated. I gotta get rid of this HelloFresh thing. Okay, let me delete that. But yeah, any and all super chats are greatly appreciated. I think it would be great. I reinvest my money back into my stream so I can bring you guys good content, okay? Focus on their own community that they cultivated. Why would they react in that way? Why would the entire chat be saying call the cops? Have her stew in that. That's a good point as well, Tribe. Maybe I can think about that for next time I talk to her. Wow, so creative and edgy. Indian curry is the best curry. This child is brought to you by HelloFresh. My goodness. Would Ben do that bit on another person? No, he would do it on his daughter because he knows he can get away with it. Okay, let's see if she's coping. I bet she's coping on stream right now. Let's see.
In chat right now, that's crazy. That's crazy, dog. Oh my god. 430 Zebras.
It's crazy.
This is God's will, Zebra boy. Somebody in the back chat just said, I agree, brother. I agree. All right, you know what? Maybe we'll end on the stream on a high note with my main nigga, Spicoli. Spicoli was popping.
8K and they're at 4K.
They look really unaesthetic. I think they look ugly.
Back honesty. Get any dick in that fupa yours, bitch. Yo, shout out Steven.
Mythic Daedra, thank you for the subscribe in Twitch. Very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. Okay. According to her brother, it's very real. It is real. Yeah, and I'll show you guys a clip. I just want to see what she says after I left. Is the thing real or not? It's very real. It's real. I'll show you.
$4.99. Thank you for the super chat. Honesty stonks. Bitch, how would you feel? How would you feel if some guy said, I like women, but I don't like their vaginas? Bitch, are you gay? I don't even know what to tell you. Like, that's like, I like women, but I don't like their vaginas. I would call that guy gay, for sure. So I don't know what that makes you, because I don't believe lesbians exist, but like...
She's definitely a fed. I thought about. Who?
You got something really wrong there. They're cute and funny. They're hilarious. Have you ever seen?
They're cute and funny when you love the person. Otherwise, if it's somebody I don't know, I don't want to see it.
It's ridiculous. It's cute. Like, it's hilarious. God, I don't like men's penises. How would you feel if somebody said that about women?
It would be understandable, honestly.
Lesbian. Oh man.
I have to admit, I don't like women's penises either.
You gotta feel it. You gotta say like, nah, I love cock. That's not a big deal to say.
You missed an opportunity, Star? How? She loves cock, but she loves her dad's cock. That's the thing.
Amazing. Play JLP clips. Yo, what's up, Scott? What do you want to say?
Hey, I got a screenshot of you next to whatever podcast with the Crucible on it. They had 4K and you had 3,800.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was up on
Dude,
YouTube.
that's
It was on
awesome.
it came up on my TV. I was
Star, why don't you call into Grace's Inquisition by stream? Wait, 2024, I just did. I was just on her stream. Were you not here for it? I thought you were here for it. No? You did not just say that. Look, you want the clip? Here's Grace Thorp's brother talking about it.
Tell you the truth about them? Grace gives my father oral and it's disgusting. That's what happens. Tell you the truth about them? Grace gives...
Yeah. So this is not... He's not the only one in the family who said this.
Post it on Twitter. Do you have Discord or Instagram or anything? Twitter?
I'll try and do it. Twitter, I can probably do it too.
Yeah, my
Or do
Twitter
you have
is...
email? Do you have email at all?
Yeah, I'll put it in the private chat. Oh, I'm sorry, it's gmail.com.
She did admit to having an oral fixation. That is true. She gives her father lip service in more ways than one. Jesus, dude. Consensual dad sucking, yeah. Rhode Island is a hellscape. And that kid isn't saying it for clout. No, he's not. He's her stepdad, right? No, he is not her stepdad. He is her biological father. He is her biological father.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it. All right, Snafu, give it to
I'm
me
gonna
quick
put this
and hard,
on
fast,
1.2.
Wait, put your screen back up. Put your screen back up. I want to talk to you about some zebra optics. Grace, your little daddy, pogo daddy. No, seriously, this is real talk, hon. I know you're going through a humiliation ritual right now. I already know what time it is. I want to know why you put the zebras up. Is it because of your graph daddy because y'all hanging networks together? Okay, you're smiling right now. I see you as a victim going.
No, he is not. Stop. He is not her stepdad. He is not her stepdad. He is her biological father. He is not her stepdad. He had 5 biological children with his wife, Grace being the oldest one. He is her biological daughter. And it wouldn't be better if it were her stepdad either. Let's not forget her mother became the around the same time she started suspecting he was abusing her. He is her biological dad, and he took her away from the mother and the rest of the family to groom her. It's actually demented. He is not her stepdad. Take that out of your head, because that is false. It is false. He is her biological father. Does he have any other daughters? I think he does. If you are in a parental role, any contact is inappropriate. Yeah. Yeah, I'm guessing her mother's was largely, how about don't f our teenage daughter? This is classic tactics, turning the victim against the rest of the family and singling them out. I gotta get some dinner and get to bed. Good night. Love you, Star. Love you, chat. We love you too, lightly salted nuts. Wait, there are people who think Grace's dad isn't completely insane. There are people who definitely are taking joy from her abusing herself. The other daughter is 14 now, I think, or 15. She better watch out, because when she hits 16, that is the right age for Ben Thorp. So, remembering if he was her stepdad or not doesn't mean the is more understandable. Like, what the LOL stars. No, I get that. I'm just saying he's not her stepdad. He's not her stepdad. W Stardust. Damn. But yeah, Grace better watch out for her younger sister. As soon as her younger sister turns 16, Ben seems to like to start grooming them then, right? This is the woman that sleeps with her father, right? Yes. Star, haven't you been on the hub? You gotta put step in the title. It's not step. The time he argued them having Lex would be legal anyways, he accidentally revealed she was a year under the legal age, 15. Oh shit, I didn't realize that. Hey, do you have a link to that where he was arguing about that? Are you in the Discord? Or if you're on Twitter or any of these other platforms, if you have a link to that, dude, I would kill to see that. He will kick Grace to the curb if he can get to her sister. However, he can't go on the property where they live. Star, you need to put step in the title to get the views. Total streamer chaos. The Thorps are a group of actors performing a social experiment. I refuse to believe otherwise. No, I saw it on your stream last year. Oh, really? Ah, I must have forgotten about it, Kay. I'll look it up then. I'll look for it. There's no point it would be legal anyways. It's statutory. They're too crazy even for Twitch poll. Yeah. Darius tried to sleep with her, but then hooked up with her brother. I don't think he hooked up with her brother, but yeah, he became friends with her brother. Anyways, let's resume. Let's watch the rest of her stream.
Through a humiliation ritual. I see your daddy and these pedos and pogos we've been calling out, making you put some optics on your screen. Interesting zebra optics. Interesting humiliation ritual going on with you. No, you laugh on, like, your daddy knows I'm watching his bitch ass right now. And so
what are you talking about zebra optics? What the fuck does that mean?
Pull up your screen. Pull up what's your screensaver? Let's take a look at it.
The background, dude!
But the ritual but your ritual is
dude,
the ritual.
What the
your humiliation ritual. What the we know why.
Dude, optics are so fucking high right now.
You need to get yourself out of the situation of and the satanic your family's been involved. You are a victim, Grace. You're in a humiliation ritual right now. Don't act like you're surprised about the zebras on your screen. Okay, don't act surprised. Okay, Pogo pedos are activated, privately owned, government operated. Your daddy and pedo graph and flow state and all these Pogo are probably fucking creaming off because they're watching you with a humiliation ritual.
Dude, does that mean what happens?
Right?
Dude,
public record to jails.
What
public
happens?
Records,
Because
right,
what do the zebras mean?
You tell me. We know what they mean.
Dude,
I'm doing a video on this right now. I know your daddy and you, the zebras, are a message to the crew and the truth. We know exactly what you guys are doing. And I feel bad for you because you're in a ritual. But see, when these people are involved in these networks, unfortunately, people like Grace become part of that. And I don't think you understand how
hang on a second. These people,
you already know.
These people, is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, see?
After we finish watching Grace, we'll go on to catching up on the Minecraft YouTube drama, okay?
Who put you up? Your dad? Monograph? Which one? Who? Tell me.
I don't know what the zebras mean, guys. I know that zebra used to be like a term for like mixed race people, but Scale says, I hate all this so much. Grace needs to distance herself from her dad. Like, it's insane she defends her dad, especially when she's been. Yeah, it's so sad. Very sad.
Me. Who put you up to this? Or was it just came to your mind? Because there are technologies being used more than most understand.
It's hitting me real quick right now.
This woman, you guys, she's deeper than most understand. Her daddy, her little and remember, Jack Talcott supports his, ladies and gentlemen, piece of shit caught.
All right, well, thank you, Snafu. I appreciate it. Nasty work, King. I'm gonna let you go. All right, well, I don't even want to end the stream because I got 429 in chat right now. That's crazy. That's crazy, dog. Oh my god. 430.
You searched on Google and your stream came up? Jeez, dude.
This is God's will, zebra boy. Somebody in the back chat just said, I agree, brother. I agree. All right, you know what? Maybe we'll end the stream on a high note with my main nigga, Spicoli. Spicoli was popping.
Hey, Grace.
I missed you, buddy.
I missed you too. What is going on as far as what happened with your dad? Was he arrested? What happened? I don't know what the story. I mean, what can you just tell me real briefly what went on down?
He was arrested for kicking me on a live stream, and the court date is the 15th. Yo, Nicholas Cage, thank you for the $5. Hang on, Spicoli. Didn't know zebras were a Jewish schizo symbol. Me neither, but if you think about it, what did I get? Wait, hang on. What did I get this background from? Wes Anderson, Royal Tenenbaums. Tenenbaum. Bomb made by Chinese people who worked with the Chinese? Think about it. Actually, if you think about it right now. Spins facts. All right, go ahead, Spicoli.
Well, Tannenbaum is a Jewish name. Bomb. Jewish.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so you're back at home now, right? So who called the cops on your dad?
I don't know. It was an anonymous tip. I have my suspicions that it was my mother, but...
Okay, so do you have the money to bail him out, or what's going to happen to him in there?
I kind of, like, I could scrape up the cash, but I don't think that he would want me to spend that because he thinks he's, like unfairly locked up, so he doesn't want me giving them money. That's what he told me before. He was like, if this ever happens again, like, don't bail me out. So I'm going to try to, I don't know, get in contact with him some way and see what's going on with that, but apart from that...
Okay, but Grace, what about...
Spicoli called the cops for sure.
Yeah, right. Now, what about, like, out here in California, we have, like, this no bail arrest where you can literally do a violent crime and they'll let you out without any bail. You can steal shit, get no bail. How come your dad doesn't have? Why don't they let him out with no bail? He didn't really do much.
I think because he has a restraining order, probably that's against him from somebody. Probably it's like it makes it look bad or something.
Okay, so you think Courtney did that maybe to try to?
I don't know. I just know that I texted her like, "Dad's in jail," and she's like, "I'm glad there were consequences." And I was like, you know.
Okay, so maybe what we should do is, guys, listen up. I know Grace. I've known her a while. Obviously, bless you, Grace. Grace is too. Grace is too proud to start a GoFundMe or to ask you folks for super chats. But me, on behalf of Grace and Ben, we don't want to see. It'd be nice if you guys super chatted her, get the likes up, the subs up, and really, try to send at least $5, cash app for $5, $10, and Grace. Yeah, seriously, this is serious. It's anything would help. Look how much we've got. 300 almost 400 people in here.
Holy, can you believe it? We've got. Do you know how many I had? I had 3,800 at a certain point.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding. I think the Lord botted the stream or something, but I did have 3,800. But I've been at 500 for a while.
Wow. Remember when, like last June, when you were out in California and we were at the hotel with Darius, and I think you got like 300 people back then, and we thought it was a lot.
Yeah, that was
now
the most ever. I was literally gonna say, I was gonna tell them that was the most ever when he slapped me and you were there. You were holding the camera, actually. That was the most we ever had.
Yeah, that was okay. So see, all these, you're doing a great job. I've always had faith in you. What are these? What are these? Are these?
Okay, look. I'm fast forwarding.
And then I had slut up here, but then I wrote future good to bail my dad out. That probably means that I just.
What's called?
Uncooked ragu sauce will cause diarrhea. Powders. Oh, because I'm a retard. That I was doing a good job. So thank you, Lord. Thank you, Father. I appreciate it. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Bye.
Okay. All right. That's the end of that.